It's a sad day, man. It's a sad, sad day. What's up, everybody? Hope everybody had a great Labor Day weekend. I never thought I'd see this coming, dude. I thought Owen would eventually go on his own show. He would do his own thing. I thought that was kind of inevitable. But man, it's getting ugly in InfoWars land. And it's sad because I like both these guys. So it's hard to, let me get the right sad music for this. It's hard to pick a side here. I'm genuinely sad because they both are awesome. I don't know if you guys have worked in your lifetime. I think it's rare that people actually like their bosses. I think that's very rare. I think most people hate their bosses. And I have some experience. I've interviewed Alex twice. One time with his staff there. And I can vouch for Owen when he says it's not easy working for Alex Jones. Now, I didn't see Alex being overly mean, but Alex is very, very picky about what he wants. But we're going to get into this. We're going to start with Owen's video. We're going to start with... last night, Owen did a video announcing he was leaving InfoWars. And he kind of spoke his mind about some of the things he's not happy about. And we'll just start from the beginning. We're going to go in deep. We're not just going to play a couple clips. We're going to go in deep and try to figure out what the fuck is going on at InfoWars. Greg Reese left too? I know Greg Reese, David Knight, Leanne McAdoo. Who was the blonde chick? Oh man. And then I'm seeing a lot of these people are rallying around Owen. Even Greg Reese. Greg Reese made a tweet where he's like, you did the right thing, Owen. Like I said, one thing I can fucking vouch for is it is not easy working for Alex Jones. Not saying he's a bad boss, but like it's not easy playing with Michael Jordan either, right? Like imagine playing with Michael Jordan. Like, yeah, you're playing with the best in the world, but he demands so much. And he's never happy. He's never satisfied. He always wants more. I mean, I don't know if it's exactly like Michael Jordan, but pretty close. Pretty close. What's up, everybody? Hey, you. What's up, brother? Not sure. Jacob Yakana. That's a nice name. Is that Israeli? Riano Keeves. Sending love from Australia. Shout out to Australia. Shout out to the people of Australia. How are you guys doing? Let's go ahead and get this first video pulled up here. So we'll start with Owen's reaction. Which, to be honest, I was like, it's pretty mild. I didn't think it was that bad. I didn't think he was like really going in hard on Alex and like calling him out and being, you know, I didn't think it was that bad. And then we'll get to Alex's reaction, which is legendary. He gave him the Joe Rogan treatment. Remember when he went after Joe Rogan? He gave him that treatment. The good old Joe Rogan treatment. Let me see here. Full screen react. There we go. All right, let's see what happened, man. Let's start off with Owens. It's a 19-minute clip. I want to capture as much of what's going on, so I don't want to just play a short clip. We're gonna really dive deep. And I'm hoping YouTube's not gonna remove this video like it did my Alex Jones versus Joe Rogan one and claim I'm trying to skirt Alex Jones's ban or whatever. Look, Too Lazy to Try made a video about this, YouTube. So if you're gonna hit me for this shit, you might want to hit Too Lazy to Try. Maybe he's trying to skirt the fucking InfoWars ban too, YouTube. Maybe. In reality, YouTube, my good friend, who I love so much, what I'm doing here is reacting to a viral moment that's in the public's interest. This is not skirting a fucking ban, so stop being stupid, okay? Take it away, Owen.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. We are live here, Owen Shroyer Live, episode 150.
Of course, his audio is very low, and that sucks. Let me work on this. Let me get this audio sorted out. Hold on. I got to put a boost on here so it gets louder for you guys. There we go. Oh, that's not the right one. Filters. There we go. Gain. There we go. 18. Jesus Christ, that's not the right one either. What am I on here? It's been a few days off, guys. Oh yeah, I'm on mic. That's what. After a few days off, sometimes you forget how to do the basic fucking shit, you know? And here we go. Let's turn it up, make sure it's nice and loud. All right, let's try this again.
Why I am done at InfoWars. Now, there's a reason why I'm doing this tonight. There's a reason why I have to do this tonight, and I'm going to explain it all. Because that's what you deserve as my audience, as people who have financially supported me over the years. You have prayed for me, as people that sent me letters when I was in prison, just all of it. You know, I'm grateful for my audience. I consider myself extremely blessed. And quite frankly, I consider myself extremely blessed for my time at InfoWars. And I'm sorry that it had to end so abruptly, if you want to say that. But about an hour ago, I got...
Dude, Owen does have the best hair. It's not... I think I have good hair, but it's nothing compared to Owen's fucking hair. How's the audio? Is it? Did it? You guys recognize it's louder now? Because it's not louder for me. It's only going to be louder for you because I got to put a fucking effect that turns up the gain. So let me know if the audio is good now, guys.
Off the phone with Alex, and that was it. That was it. So I owe it to you. I feel I owe it to you, the audience, to explain what went wrong and why I decided to leave and how that went down. And just to be perfectly clear, this is not how I wanted it to be. I want to be perfectly clear about something, and I'll explain this in a little more detail. I did not want it to go
I'll turn it up some
way.
more. I already got it plus 20 gain. It's just, I don't know if it's the guy who ripped this or Owen's just, got it really low. Okay. Let's see how loud it is now. I'm up at plus 20 gain. Let's see what it does.
Okay. I tried.
But now it's clipping.
Everything.
Now it's too loud.
I tried everything so that it wouldn't go this way. But I am left 15. With no choice but to come on here tonight and make the announcement. Just so you understand, and then I'll kind of give a little bit more detail. You may have noticed I've been taking a lot more time off. Specifically, you may have noticed how on Thursday, I walked off the show mid-show. It was about an hour into the show. And just so you understand what happened, and if you watched the InfoWars War Room, you've seen this before, so it's not like it's anything new, but...
yeah, sorry. I tried plus 20. That was too much. Sorry for your ears, guys.
You know, Alex was disrupting the show, and he wanted me to cover something, and he wanted me to get a guest on. I'm in the middle of the show while it's going on, as you see so many times. And it just didn't go well. I kind of just reached my point of no return, and so I just walked off the studio. Now I will say,
okay, I'm not gonna pull punches, right? It's kind of unprofessional to just walk off the job. So I mean, I get it. You're frustrated. But you don't just walk off the job. That's kind of immature, unprofessional, in my opinion.
It was a little upsetting to me that he went on and said that I had a family emergency. I did not have a family emergency. There was no family emergency.
Well, it sounds like he was trying to cover for you because you just left. And they had to say something. That sounds like he was trying to cover for you and be nice, to be honest.
I didn't appreciate people reaching out to me thinking that something bad had happened, including my own parents. So there was no family emergency. I walked off the show. I've never done that before in my life. And that's not how I operate. That's not who I am. But I felt powerless in that moment. And the only power I had was just to walk off because I couldn't do another thing like it was 2 or 3 weeks ago when I came back and did that comedy bit. I couldn't do another thing where I just say, oh, go to rebroadcast. It was whatever. So no, I walked off the show on Thursday. Now, my intention was to go back this week. And I made that intention perfectly clear to Alex an hour ago. Now, I wanted to meet with Alex in the office tomorrow.
Let's be real. there's very few jobs I could have just walked off and just been like, oh, I can't take this anymore. This is bullshit. And I just walked off the job and left everybody holding the bag. There's very few jobs I could do that in my lifetime, jobs that I've worked where I could have done that and not been immediately fired. I would have to have like an amazingly good reason, like, oh, a family member just had an accident. I'm sick. I'm going to the hospital. You know, you can't just walk off a job. I don't know. Maybe things have changed these days.
And I told him that. I told him that last week after I left the studio. He texted me and I said, Alex, let's talk next week. I said, I don't want to talk about it now. I'm done for the week. Let's talk next week. We communicated a little over the weekend. And then today I said, let's meet. Let's have a meeting tomorrow before your show, whenever you want. Let's meet tomorrow before your show. And maybe we can talk this out, work it out. And he said, no, let's just talk now. And so he called me. Now, my intentions, and I told him this, I wanted to go in this week. I wanted to go in tomorrow. And I wanted to finish this week, and I wanted to finish positively at InfoWars. And, you know, I even said if he wanted me to kind of stick around like a satellite to go down with the ship, that I'd be willing to play some sort of a satellite role to go down with the ship and be a part of that and continue, you know, wearing the name on the front of the jersey for at least some semblance while it's still ongoing. And he didn't express any interest in that. And so he told me that he didn't need me and good luck. And that was that. That was that. So I wanted to make this announcement on InfoWars. I wanted to make this announcement with Alex. That actually meant a lot to me. That's what I wanted. I wanted to leave in a very positive fashion. I wanted to announce it to the InfoWars audience on the InfoWars airwaves. I wanted Alex and the crew and everybody to be there, and I wanted to shake Alex's hand. I wanted to thank him for everything. I wanted to just go down memory lane of all the things that we've done.
Hole in Dan's Sock became a member. Hole in Dan's Sock celebrates 1 month of membership. Rampage's son finally locked up.
Dude, okay, well, after this, if we got time, I'm going to look that up. I saw Rampage's latest comment about it, and it was pretty terrible. He sounds like he's not getting it. Yeah, I'll look that up later, man.
Didn't that?
Thank you. Yeah, if you guys want to support the channel, become a member. You can send a super chat. I'll react to it. You can interrupt me with the super chat at any time. And yeah, or hit the thumbs up. Let's get to it. I'm going to try not to interrupt too much.
And he said, don't come in this week. So that was that.
But I will be interrupting, so don't cry about it, okay? If you're going to cry about it, just, you know, go home.
So now here I am announcing that it's done. I will not be on InfoWars. I don't know if ever again. Won't be hosting the War Room this week. And
it doesn't sound too bad right now, to be honest. Like, I don't, sounds like
hey, you super chatted $5. Remember, when a company fires you, they often walk you out, no notice. You don't owe them more than they owe you. However, I see your point here.
Yeah, I mean, look, if I left the job, of course I don't work for InfoWars, so it might be a different situation, but every job I've ever worked, if I just abandon ship in the middle of the job, yeah, I mean, that's like quitting. I'd have to come back and have like a crazy excuse, and then I'd probably still get fired for not even notifying them. I mean, you just can't do that, man. You can't do that. I don't care if you're a fucking journalist or, you know, you work for InfoWars or you work for the fucking White House, you know. I'm sure there are some jobs you can do that, but they're rare.
I don't really know what else there is to say about that. Other than it's not how I wanted it to be, but I was left with no choice. I was left with no choice. Now, I don't know how Alex wants to handle it. Honestly, I hope that he just doesn't talk about it at all. And people might view that as like a bad thing or a negative thing. I don't think so.
Spoiler alert. He did not do that. I watched a big part of this last night, and I totally expected that. I thought Alex would be like, maybe a quick mention and then just like not even talk about it. But boy, he fucking melted down today. So yeah, we'll get into that.
It's if he wants to just sever ties and just move on like that, I have no problem with it. So I don't I hope he doesn't make a thing of it. I hope he's fine. He can bring in whoever he wants to host it or shut it down. I don't really care. I don't have anything negative to say about Alex. This is not what this is about. I have nothing but respect and appreciation for Alex and everything that we've done at InfoWars. I'm not sure that was mutual, but it doesn't really matter. But kind of to give you the longer form situation, you probably noticed that I had not been hosting the War Room a lot this month. And, Alex had been coming into my show and talking about how I'm negative and calling me a pessimist and all this other stuff, which is fine. You work for Alex, you're going to get hit with it a lot. Alex is not easy to work for, and that's fine. That's okay. But, okay, he says I'm too negative. He says I'm a pessimist, whatever. I'm too anti-Trump. So I just said, all right, you know what? I'll just take some time off. I'll just disappear. And if Alex thinks I'm too negative, then maybe he's right. Maybe he's right. Maybe I'm too negative now. Maybe I'm too much of a pessimist now. Maybe I'm too anti-Trump now. Whatever his issue was when he kept coming in the show, telling me I'm too negative, saying I'm a pessimist on his show, I said, okay, maybe he's right. I'll take some time off. I'll blow off some steam. I'll just get out of the ring for a week. And, maybe I'll come back a little more positive. And maybe there was a level of reality to that. And I think I did come back more positive. But the same issues that...
This is kind of what everybody's spiraling about Trump right now. Like, nobody's happy with Trump. There's very few people who are talking positively about Trump right now.
That I had.
So, I don't know. I don't watch Alex regularly, but... it doesn't seem like Alex... maybe Alex is still... I think Alex is kind of playing both sides right now. Where he's, like, going after Trump in some ways, but then trying to promote him in other ways. And I do get the point where Alex is, like... At the point Alex is making where, like, well, the Democrats are worse. We got to focus on the Democrats. True, but it's not how it works. Trump's the president. Everybody's going to focus on him.
Started up immediately as soon as I came back. And it's not to say that I didn't have creative control over the InfoWars War Room. But imagine it's like somebody staring over your back 24/7. And so every single day that I came back, it was either a guest that I was told I had on at the last minute, or it was, him coming into the studio. He wants me to cover this. He wants me to cover that. Or I have to host his show for him because he's not in. So there's nothing consistent for me. I couldn't do what I wanted to do, which I'll explain what I want to do.
This does not seem bad at all, to be honest, because everything he's saying is stuff that's like already known. None of it is really a secret. I think Alex has said all this stuff about Owen on air. If I'm correct, maybe I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure this is all public shit. And yeah, Alex going in and interrupting Owen, that's nothing new. Alex has been doing that since day one. He used to be way worse about it. Like, he would just constantly interrupt everybody. The reality is, Alex Jones is what makes InfoWars, right? So if I'm doing a show on InfoWars, like, let's say all of a sudden I'm doing an afternoon show on InfoWars like Owen is, I would like Alex to drop by as much as possible because that's what the audience wants. The audience is there for Alex, mostly.
In a second here. So whatever.
And say what you want about the guy. The guy's fucking entertaining.
I'm going through it again last week, and then Wednesday last week happens. And this is really where I think for me it was like, okay, if this is how it's going to go, really what happened Wednesday and Thursday. So Wednesday was the school shooting. And we get the exclusive with Kyle Seraphin from his Fed source at about 9 or 10 o'clock in the morning. Now we get this information. We have the images. We have the name. The crew has already archived all of the online content, the manifestos, the videos. So, we got it. We got it. Now, I was supposed to host the show But obviously, we get this exclusive. So Alex wanted to host the show. So I'm like, okay, well, great. All right, so let's do this. So it's like, here we go. I'm riding with Alex again, folks. We're firing up the Millennium Falcon again. We're going into the info war. We're taking out a Death Star again. And I know that this is hard for people to understand from the outside looking in. And I don't say that from an arrogant standpoint. I'm just trying to explain to you what it's like here. So when he's coming on Wednesday, the Jones show that I'm hosting, and he's like, we've got the exclusive, we're going to break this. Everyone knows we're going to get burned. Okay? I mean, I don't know about Kyle. He's still kind of relatively new to the media, but he's a Fed, so he's a tough guy. He wears big boy pants.
What's he talking about getting burned? Like, they're going to get shit on by the media? Or, like, of course, there's nothing Alex is going to do that's not going to get shit on by the media in the establishment. Anything InfoWars, obviously, it's all going to be negative reporting. So I'm not sure what he's talking about there.
But everybody in InfoWars knew, here's a school shooting. We've got the exclusive. We're going to destroy the cover-up. Like, everyone knew we were going to get burned.
Does he mean sued?
Everybody knew we were going to get burned for this. And I said, all right, Alex, I'm going into the fire again with you. Let's do it. So we did it. We did it. We broke the big exclusive. It's very likely that if it wasn't for us that day, you never heard about the trans shooter. You never saw the videos, the manifesto, or any of it. It's very likely that that's the case. But we knew we would get burned. We've been down this road before, especially on that issue. You're guaranteed you're getting burned. You're either getting sued, or you're getting censored, or you're getting the negative headlines. So before the show is even over, there's multiple headlines printed up. Owen Shroyer celebrates mass shooting. Owen Shroyer celebrates dead kids.
Yeah, that is one thing about working for InfoWars. You kind of, what other options do you have after that? And Owen has definitely suffered for his job. He's been imprisoned, been banned off of everything on the internet, except X. They can do stuff on X now. But yeah, I feel for Owen. And I know part of Alex's problem is like Alex feels like Owen's trying to start up a little bit of internet drama so he can move, get attention for his new stuff that he's going to do outside of InfoWars. But can you blame him? Can you blame somebody? Like, he's got to fucking worry about his life after InfoWars. Yeah.
I might get to that later on. Whatever, it's par for the course. So there you go.
I mean, it just doesn't seem too bad. I mean, I don't know why Alex is so pissed off about this. So far, it doesn't seem bad at all.
So I got burned. So I rode into the fire on Wednesday. We broke the big exclusive. I fired up and I got in the co-pilot seat of the Millennium Falcon with Alex Jones for one more ride, knowing I was going to get shot out of the sky, knowing I was going to get burned. But hey, all right, it's the info war. I said, all right, Alex, you want me? Let's go. Let's do it. And we did it. And we fucking did it. And then I get the negative headlines. Okay, fine. I anticipated that. And then the next day, I have to deal with the same stuff of him breaking into the show. He's on a speakerphone, and he's asked the crew to bring him in. It's just a cluster. It's just a cluster bomb. So I had prepared a 3-hour show. I thought since we just did what we did the day before that I could do a 3-hour show and babysitter wouldn't be looking over my shoulder. I was wrong. It happened, and I just said, I'm out. I'm just done. So if you don't want me to do the show, you can do it. And I think he ended up hosting the rest of his show.
I mean, I could see how this would upset Alex, but it's not that bad. This is like every employee feels like this after he's been working 7-8 years with InfoWars. And you got a very hands-on boss who's always fucking, never happy, always critiquing, trying to improve, make things better. Because people who are really good at what they do, like Alex is, they're not easy to work for. They're not easy to work for at all. And they have they demand a lot from you. And they'll fucking make your life miserable to get a little extra squeeze of goodness out of you, But it's not really, to me, that bad. What Owen is
I don't even
saying.
know if I want to get any more details with that.
Like, this is InfoWars is Alex. Of course, he's going to break in if he feels like there's some emergency thing. He's going to just take over. And to be honest, I think his audience is happy when they see that happen. I know Owen probably has his own audience that's like there for Owen as well, like obviously. But as an InfoWars viewer, when Alex Jones shows up and takes over somebody else's show, you're like, oh, fuck yeah, Alex is here. That's just the reality. Maybe not everybody, but most of the audience.
But, so that was it. So I walked off the show Thursday. I didn't appreciate him saying I had a family emergency because I didn't. So I had a lot of people freaking out, messaging me about that. There's no family emergency.
Well, did the audience know you walked out? And were they starting to ask what happened to Owen? Where did Owen go? And then they needed an explanation?
It's just a lie.
That's the one thing I'll judge Owen about. You shouldn't walk out. Man up, dude. You know?
JCD 780 super chatted $1.46. Seems like this guy just wants his airtime.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, obviously, you can't blame him for trying to start his own thing. I remember when InfoWars almost went out of business. Like, they almost shut it down. Remember, like, the judge was going to bring somebody in, and, like, they almost got kicked out of the building. Owen was on that day already promoting his next thing. And then he came back. I remember that. I remember watching him promote it. And can you blame him, dude? The guy's got to move on to something else. He's got to have, you know, nobody's probably going to hire him. He's not going to be able to work for another company, another media outlet. So he's got to do his own thing. And look at where David Knight's at. Look, I mean, you guys can love David Knight. The guy's not doing well views wise. Like, I see him. I still follow him. I see some of his posts, his live streams. Like, it's not doing well view wise. So I'm sure Owen sees that, sees like how once you leave InfoWars, you could literally just be done for and have no career afterwards. So it's smart for him to try to set something up for the future. But yeah, I don't see a problem. The only problem I see is him walking out. That's kind of, yeah, that's not professional.
So whatever. So, okay. Whatever. It happens. I've got a big ego. I'm a stubborn personality, and so is he. It's Alex Jones. So, okay. So again, I just walk off. I don't make a big thing of it. I don't say anything negative. I don't say he made up the family emergency. I don't say anything because I wanted to do this right. So I said, Alex, I'm done this week. Let's just sit down and let's have a meeting on Tuesday next week. Let's just get this right. So I talked to him again today.
That'll adopt $30K a month. I haven't seen anything where that said how much he was making. But yeah, if he's making $30K a month, most jobs like that, you're going to have to put up with a with a shitty boss. Yeah, I mean, that's a very little. Most people would put up with that easily for $30K a month. You know, you just got to put your ego aside and realize, like, this is not my ship. I'm not the captain of the ship. And but that's hard, though. It's hard. Eventually you get tired of always being bossed around, you know?
Hey,
I feel him.
Doesn't want to have the meeting tomorrow.
I've been there.
I wanted to go into.
I've really hated some of my bosses. Like, I mean, phew, I've had some terrible fucking bosses.
Before us have the meeting, I intended on going into work. Instead, we have a conversation over the phone. I just kind of lay out my side of things. He lays out his side of things, and he says, I believe the exact quote was, "Okay, we don't need you. Good luck." So he said, "I'm not going to stop you from leaving." I said, Alex, I want to do it right. I want to do it on your airwaves. I want to come in this week. I want to announce it. Like, I want it to all be positive. Like, I don't want this to turn into a negative thing. And he just said, nope, don't worry about it. Don't come in. Good luck. You know, you can do your own thing. So, okay. So that's how it went. Now, that's it as far as I'm concerned. So I'm not going to be going back in. I'm not going to be hosting the War Room. He could have easily had me in to announce it on his show. I would have been happy. I would have been more than happy to do it. Again, that's what I wanted. It meant a lot to me, folks. I didn't want to be doing it this way. Anybody who's followed my career in media knows I don't do the drama stuff. I don't do the drama stuff.
Yeah, but you're kind of doing that now, though. And it is kind of dramatic to just leave your job. It just ghosted out of nowhere. That is drama stuff. I understand where he's come from. He should want to do it right and shake hands and have a send-off and all that. But then you shouldn't have walked off the show. You should have just been like, I'll just put up with this and then have a conversation and go, hey, I'm going to give you my 2-week or a month notice and then write off that way. Who knows how much worse it was behind the scenes, though. Like maybe these two really, really just did not like each other behind the scenes. And it's kind of being downplayed a little bit. And we'll hear from Alex in a little bit. I think it was worse than Owen's putting on here.
I don't do the, hey, look over here at this personal beef. I don't do that stuff. I get along with everybody. But I've been left no choice. I had to do this tonight. So, again, just to be clear, I intended to go into InfoWars this week and finish out the week and make the announcement on InfoWars with Alex. That meant a lot to me. But he told me he wasn't interested. He didn't want to do it. He said, we don't need you. So that's it. So, as far as the future of me and Alex on air together, I don't know. I mean, I don't have any personal animosity towards Alex. We've had professional issues over the years. But you have to understand, Alex has been a big inspiration for me, and he gave me my first big break in political media. I'll always be respectful and appreciative of that. And so that's why it meant a lot to me to do this on InfoWars and to do this in a positive way and to shake his hand on the air and for him to say, thank you, great work. And for me to say, thank you, I appreciate everything. And to shake his hand and do it in front of the InfoWars audience and crew and leave on a positive note. But he didn't want to do that. He said he didn't want to do that. So now I have to do this here tonight.
This is very sad, guys. This is very sad. So yeah, that's the gist of that one. Here's a clip of an example of Alex interrupting them, which this has been going on forever, dude. It was a meme for the longest time where Alex would just have a guest on and like not even let him talk. He would just like talk over them and interrupt them as soon as they started talking. So, I mean, it's nothing new, but I'm sure it gets old after a while.
But I want to get back to what you were saying about college, because I think it's...
All right, see, now I gotta take this this gain filter off. Because now we got regular levels of gain now. We don't need to blast it so high. Here we go.
Hold on. But I want to get back to what you were saying about college, because I think it's... Hold on a second.
I just got a call from Tel Aviv. It's got the call. Stop talking about Israel right now.
Oh, it was straight out of Tel Aviv, huh?
Yeah, Benjamin Netanyahu, my boss.
Are you sure it wasn't Jerusalem?
See, I mean, look, it's fun when Alex interrupts the show. I always like it. To be honest, I don't watch InfoWars if it's not Alex. Nothing against everybody else. I think they all do pretty good work. I watch their clips every now and then. But yeah, if I'm gonna sit down and watch InfoWars, it's gonna be because Alex is on.
Stop right now.
Or Washington, D.C.
I'm ordering you.
Or Trump Gaza International.
I'm in here every day telling Owen. I have to restrain him.
Did you? Are you going to take the trip, Alex? You want to go touch the wall?
I would love to go to Egypt. I'd love to go to Israel.
I could arrange that for you.
I want to go see the Great Wall of China. I mean, I'm going to work with Xi Jinping. Yeah, no, I would love to go see Golgotha where Christ was crucified. And I would love to do all that.
Would you kiss the wall? Like Vance?
Probably to troll people, yeah.
That'd be a good troll. That'd be a pretty good troll.
It wouldn't work out well, dude. Yeah. I could see fucking X going crazy about it. Oh my God, Alex Jones kissed the wall. So yeah, that's just an example. To be honest, I don't think it's that big of a deal. But yeah, it's a little annoying. Your guy's leaving the show. And now he's talking a little shit. And I think one of the things that got Alex the most upset is like the idea that he's telling him to stop criticizing Trump. Which I see Owen criticizing Trump all the time. So I guess it would have been way, way worse if Alex wasn't saying that. I don't know. But Alex's response is fucking insane, to be honest. Because I thought Alex was going to play the high road. I didn't think he was going to do this. But yeah, it's clearly getting to Alex. He's clearly very, 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 very upset about this.
I'm here to censor.
Oh no, he's here. We've crossed the line.
You should launch a new independent show and claim that I censored you for years and get 1 million viewers and betray me. And you're allowed to lie about me any way you want.
You know I love you.
No,
look, let's reject the let's reject the grabbler.
This is I'm using this as a case point. You understand that?
Mm-hmm.
How much have I come in and censored you over the years?
Yeah, not enough, frankly. I say some
Yeah, we
things that I
miss
shouldn't
you.
be
Have
saying.
I ever censored you?
Never once. Literally never once.
Hey, but hey,
Do we believe Harrison here? Yeah, I don't know. I can't imagine Alex actually censoring somebody. I mean, he might disagree and tell you he doesn't want you to talk about this or talk about that, or he doesn't like this, but I don't know. Who do we believe then? With Harrison's word against Owen's? Or maybe he's only censored Owen and he's never censored Harrison. Maybe that's possible.
if you want to quit and have a publicity stunt and lie about me, I forgive you, okay?
Well, that's
I know. I'm
very
just saying, I expected. Hey, David Knight did it. Owen's done it. And I tell you, I was taking the high road till I actually started watching it. And it's like Anakin Skywalker's become Darth Vader.
Can we sing a song?
Hey, when I go on the air, I'm letting you have it, Shroyer. You stabbed your brother in this operation in the back, and you're a fucking liar.
Can we sing a song?
Fucking asshole.
Can we sing a song?
Shit.
We're gonna take a little break here. We're gonna sing a song. I'm angry. I've had enough of these people.
Yeah, Rex was tweeting too, like, I think Rex is kind of taking Owen Shroyer's side. That's what it looks like. That's what it looks like on Twitter.
They're a bunch of Christian murdering scum, running giant death factories, keeping babies alive and selling their body parts. What more do you need to know about these people?
They're so fucking. It's very awkward. You could tell.
They have green.
the song. I realize
That man.
If Alex comes back in, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I agree.
I really think that they're both gonna go on to do great things, but it's difficult.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I agree.
I didn't realize how upset you were.
It's totally normal
Mm-hmm.
to go and do innuendo that you've been censored and controlled and got to go because you're talking bad about Trump and this stuff. And then later, hours later, go, oh, no, he didn't censor me. All set up to boost himself off of lying about me. I don't ever get involved in infighting, but I've known somebody 10 years and they've been my friend, but he's gotten really dark, didn't talk to the crew the last 2 years. And so it's just like a different person. I'm not here to be the villain for somebody's lie. So wait till you hear his phone call to me yesterday. He literally talked to me like it was a crack whore and he was a pimp. He's like, yeah, well, if you're desperate, pay me more, I'll stay. But I'm going to promote my new show on InfoWars, huh?
Let's take the high road.
Really nice. I might do a week. I was like, man, this is really hurting my feelings, dude. No, it's all right. You don't have to come in. I hung up, started fucking crying. And then he goes up.
He was about to cry right there, dude. Did you see that? Like, he literally almost broke up right there. Just retelling the story.
Hurting my feelings, dude. No, it's all right. You don't have to come in.
Take the high
Really
road.
nice. I might do a week. I was like, man, this is really hurting my feelings, dude. No, it's all right. You don't have to come in. I hung up, started fucking crying. And then he goes up fucking air.
To me, that's what I hear. It's almost like he had to catch himself. He was about to cry. Instead of crying, he got angry. Dude, that doesn't seem like acting. That seems like somebody who's emotionally fucking damaged. Is this true, Owen? Are you this sneaky little guy behind the scenes who's just angry at everybody? I've been that guy before. I have. There are times when you are at a job too long and you start to hate every fucking inch of that job. Everybody you talk to, you're just so over it and you want out of there so bad. And then you kind of selfishly take it out on everybody around you. Or maybe there is something, who knows? Or maybe Alex is lying, I don't know. But I believe him, man. I think Alex is genuinely hurt here.
Lies about me. Fuck you, you fucking piece of shit. I won't fucking take people stabbing me in the back anymore. Fuck you. Get ready.
So, because that'll be clipped, you can follow me at Rex Jones News on Twitter, and that's Rex Jones News with a Z.
With the clutch tag, dude.
Very important that you follow me
Coming in clutch.
on Twitter. Thank you.
Yeah, dude. Nobody was expecting that. They all thought Alex was going to play the high road. Everybody assumed that. But no, Alex is going to war with Owen. He's pulling out Dark Alex. Dark Alex Jones is emerging. And it's time for war. So yeah, Rex is kind of seeming to take Owen's side here. Eesh. Things aren't, poor Alex, man. Is anybody going to get Alex Jones's back? You're his son. Maybe you should have your dad's back, I get it. You don't agree with the way he's reacting, but this is what gets views, to be honest. Alex, maybe, you know, part of this might be a little theater, although he comes across, especially in that last clip, he came across very genuinely upset. But dude, this is the shit that gets everybody talking and brings in the fucking money, man.
So
It's my favorite part of Alex Jones is when he's fucking angry at somebody and going to war. I love it.
Shroyer thought he'd launch his little war as a publicity stunt against us, and that we would roll over because we're so nice. He took our kindness for weakness. No, now is the time for Godzilla to rise from the sea. If you thought the last 12 months of Alex Jones was dark Alex Jones, you've seen nothing yet. I swear to God, no more filter. Because I've lied to you. Not about big issues, not about things.
Okay, well, that might be taken out of context, Alex.
Does it matter? No. I've been too kind. Nick Fuentes said last week, I saw the clip. He said, you know, I'm Irish and Italian and Mexican, so I don't have the filters. What's wrong with these Germanics? Why do they roll over? Why are they so nice? Because we're containing our power. He said that. He was right. He said it's time for Viking berserkers. Well, guess what? I was already literally thinking about being a Germanic berserker, because I was so attracted to that as a young child reading about it, and that's what I did later in life, that I was saying, I'm going to be a berserker. I'm going to absolutely have no filter. And then I get a clip, and Nick Fuentes says the exact same thing, and I'm like, that's all I need to see. That's a sign. So let me give everybody a little news flash. The gloves are off.
Nick Fuentes is like his Merlin or some shit now. Oh, okay. All right.
To all of you. No more Mr. Nice Guy. I'm in a total commitment against evil. I'm pouring out my guts, my soul, my family, everything I've got committed to this, and I will not have pieces of fucking shit lie about me and say I'm not true. I will fucking destroy you, scum. All of you. Fuck you. I have sworn on the altar of God, total resistance against every form of
Larry
tyranny.
DM super chatted $5. Why is he talking about Vikings but showing Godzilla?
I guess the crew probably didn't have time to pull up the fucking Viking shit. And the only thing they had quick to go to was Godzilla, you know? It's hard to always have everything perfectly. He probably didn't discuss it with the crew beforehand and go like, hey, I'm going to talk about how I'm a Viking berserker, so have the right B-rolls for that. He's probably just going off.
I have sworn on the altar of God, total resistance against every form of tyranny. My family.
We got to...
No more Mr. Nice Guy. I'm in a total commitment against evil. I'm pouring out my guts, my soul, my family, everything I've got committed to this, and I will not have pieces of fucking shit lie about me and say I'm not true. I will fucking destroy you, scum. All of you.
Yeah, but did Owen expect to get this fucking response? I wonder if he expected this or he expected just, well, Owen's gone. Wish him best of luck. But we're moving on. No, it's not. You're getting the full Joe Rogan attack, bro.
Fuck you! I have sworn on the altar of God, total resistance against every form of tyranny, against the mind of men.
Yeah.
So ready to cover what Kennedy's doing, just slaying the tyrants politically. And then I was going to come on air and say, I'm hurt, and, do that. But, that's fake. No, I'm pissed. I mean, I was hurt when Owen first did what he did. But then when I heard what he did, I got pissed. So I made the decision this morning. I said, no, I'm just going to let it all hang out. Because I don't deserve this. And my crew doesn't deserve this. And this is emblematic of the spiritual rot that he would treat us like we were Legos to build what he wanted. Oh, God, if I say Alex censored me and play victim, I can boost my new operation off of that. And it's like, man, I've known you 10 years and never did nothing but be your friend.
This might be the best thing for Owen, honestly, because this is going to boost Owen's image, and people are probably going to look for Owen's new show. So this is probably the best case scenario of what could have happened, right? Like, I would have maybe even planned this. I would have been like, Alex, look, if I just leave and it's just a handshake, and then I go do, like, everybody's gonna forget about me, and I need to leave with a big bang to get everybody talking, so I can grab some people for my new show. So this is probably the best case scenario for Owen.
And I put with all your arrogance the last few years, and then you sat there and you did that. That's an enemy. And if I don't say that's an enemy, I'm lying. So, and you can post your little videos about, oh, it was a great ride, I love InfoWars. No, you don't. You tried to use us and our goodwill to propel yourself. You're a liar.
It needs a good crash zoom right there.
And so I declare war on you. Because as Cicero said, we can beat an enemy that comes openly to the gate with their flags out in the open, but we can't beat the traitor. It's the plague. Guys, pull up Cicero's Roman senator, historian, statesman, philosopher. Pull up Cicero's quote on the traitor.
I mean, I don't know if you want to call him a traitor. That seems a little far. That seems a little much. He went to do his own show. He wanted more control over his show. You're obviously very influential to any show on InfoWars. You're going to have Alex is going to have input, and he's going to have his, he's going to just be overwhelming. And I get it. But traitor's a little strong.
780 super chatted $3.64.
Yes.
Love Alex Jones, but he is a showman. He would be great on WWE.
Absolutely, dude. That's his second calling would be WWE. WWE really should get him in there and like let him do a little run as like a manager or something. They really should. Thanks for the super chat, guys. Appreciate it.
The traitor is the plague. The betrayer is the plague. And if I don't fight against the assault and the offensive of a Benedict Arnold against our operation, then I have joined in the conspiracy against freedom.
I think the traitor, the Benedict Arnold shit is going too far. I think, come on, he's not a traitor, dude. Come on, you guys are on the same side.
Cicero, Roman philosopher, senator, statesman, historian. Traitor is the plague. The 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 traitor is the plague.
Okay, dude, we get it.
A nation can survive its fools and even the ambitious, but it cannot survive treason from within. An enemy at the gates is less formidable, for he is known and carries his banner openly. But the traitor moves amongst those within the gates freely.
All right, so this is definitely full performance mode at this point. When he came in and interrupted Rex and Harrison, that was genuine. But now he's going full theatrical, which, to be honest, I enjoy this. Alex is like, I'm telling you, WWE, even acting, dude, he would be an amazing actor.
His sly whispers rustling through all the alleys, heard in the very halls of government itself. Open the full quote. The traitor is the plague. And you can read the other chapters. It's about 30 pages of Cicero on traitors. And aren't they the same today?
I'm gonna have that stuck in my head all night. The traitor is the plague. It's just gonna be fucking in repeat.
Aren't they the same today? And they count on our goodwill to bend over and take it. Not gonna do it. Here's part of the full quote. A nation can survive its fools and even the ambitious, but it cannot survive treason from within. An enemy at the gates is less formidable, for he is known and carries his banner openly. But the traitor moves amongst those within the gates freely, his sly whispers rustling through the alleys, heard in the very halls of government itself. For the traitor appears not a traitor. He speaks in accents familiar to his victims, and he wears their face and their arguments. He appeals to the baseness that lies deep in the hearts of all men. He rots the soul of a nation. He works secretly and unknown in the night to undermine the pillars of the city.
Dude, remember when they almost shut down Alex's studio and took it from him? And they turned off the power and, like... Wasn't there somebody that, like... Alex was like, somebody had to let them in, somebody gave them this, or like... Ooh, maybe Owen. Maybe Owen's secretly working with the globalists. I don't know, man. Alex. Jesus Christ, dude. He does make some good points. Alex, like, refutes. Because Owen said he hadn't gotten a raise since, like, 2018. Apparently, that's not true. But, yeah, I mean, we got a lot to go through here.
He infects the body politic so it can no longer resist.
Somebody said he gave him a fucking car and a bunch of bonuses. I didn't see anything about the car. But yeah, if he was making 30 grand a month, I mean, that's a lot of cheese. That's a lot of cheddar.
A murderer is less to fear. The traitor is the plague. The traitor is the plague. So Owen Shroyer thought he'd launch his little war as a publicity stunt against us, and that we would roll over because we're so nice. He took our kindness for weakness. No, now is the time for Godzilla to rise.
The Hellcat, right? Yeah, he gave Owen a Hellcat.
From the sea. If you thought the last 12 months of Alex Jones was dark Alex Jones, you've seen nothing yet. I swear to God, no more filter. Because I've lied to you. Not about big issues, not about things that matter. No. I've been too kind. Nick Fuentes said last week, I saw the clip, he said, I'm Irish and Italian and Mexican, so I don't have the filters. What's wrong with these Germanics? Why do they roll over? Why are they so nice? Because we're containing our power. He said that. He was right. He said, it's time for Viking berserkers. Well, guess what? I was already literally thinking about being a Germanic berserker because I was so attracted to that as a young.
We got wartime Alex back. That's one of the good things that came out of this. We got wartime Alex back. The most entertaining, fun Alex, you know?
Young child reading about it.
He's just got to stay away from the threats of physical violence in a video game. Just stay away from that, Alex.
And that's what I did later in life. That I was saying, I'm going to be a berserker. I'm going to absolutely.
I'm going to break both of your legs. Theoretically, metaphysically. We're going to get that Alex back.
I have no filter. And then I get a clip, and Nick Fuentes says the exact same thing. And I'm like,
yeah, you're right.
Spocko super chatted $1.99. I'm starting to think the traitor is the plague.
Dude, it's a very profound little message you had there. I think it definitely applies to lots of people within the government right now. But I don't think it's fair to apply that to Owen. Like, you guys just had a falling out. You had a disagreement on controlling the show. I mean, you probably, to be honest, you probably should have gave Owen just his own show and let him do his own thing unfiltered, because I think he earned that at this point. But maybe they couldn't communicate right to be able to work it out. Or just, Alex is just so overbearing, he would never let something like that happen. Like, there's no way he can't just come in and take over your show when he wants to.
Absolutely have no filter. And then I get a clip, and Nick Fuentes says the exact same thing, and I'm like,
the Oracle, Nick Fuentes. Oh, come on, man.
That's all I need to see. That's a sign.
Nick is, there's been a lot of clips going around of Nick, like, Nick really likes Gavin Newsom for some reason. Okay. Gavin Newsom? Like, what? What?
So, let me give everybody a little news flash. The gloves are off. To all of you. No more Mr. Nice Guy. If you thought Alex Jones was dangerous before, you've seen nothing. Because I only focus on the IMF, the World Bank, BlackRock, the globalists, the UN.
Like, don't come after me, Alex, all right? Look, we're cool. We're cool, dude. All right? I'm just going to laugh and make fun of you. It's not that serious, bro.
But all of you people that think you can snipe at me and attack me because it makes you get some cred, you know what? You want to be attacked? You want to attack me? You're going to get it. And everybody likes that. We'll make the whole show an entertainment broadcast as I vaporize our enemies. Because I'm true. I'm real. The evidence, the facts are all there. And I will no longer let lesser men try to build their resume by claiming I'm a traitor when they're scumbag Benedict Arnolds.
Yeah, but he never called you a traitor, dude. But you clearly just had a disagreement on how hard to go at Trump and like whether you should give Trump a break. I mean, he didn't call you a traitor. The censor word, he probably should have. Yeah, I get that, but damn, I think this is majorly an overreaction from Alex here. This seems like an overreaction, but I like it. I'm not complaining about it.
Pieces of shit. Want to be elitist. Arrogant scumbags. I'm not arrogant. I'm on a power trip. I'm in a total commitment against evil. I'm pouring out my guts, my soul, my family, everything I've got committed to this, and I will not have pieces of fucking shit lie about me and say I'm not true. I will fucking destroy you, scum.
Yeah, this is the greatest wrestling promo of all time. I mean, dude, if this guy was in WWE, he would be selling out every fucking arena. Like, this is high-level promo right here.
All of you. Fuck you. Fucking destroy the fucking shit. Everything I've got committed to this, and I will not have pieces of fucking shit lie about me and say I'm not true. I will fucking destroy you, scum. All of you. Fuck you. I have sworn on the altar of God, total resistance against every form of tyranny, against the mind of men. And I told everyone 2 weeks ago, I'm leveling up. And it's scary. Because I'm a scary person.
Oh, shit. Dude, we're going to get dangerous Alex now, dude. This is, nuclear Alex. Dark Alex.
Spocko super chatted $4.99.
so funny, man.
Let's be real. Who else can reference Cicero, Godzilla, and the Pre-K trilogy in the same breath?
Yeah, there's only one man that could cut a promo like this, dude. We're looking at him.
Everyone 2 weeks ago, I'm leveling up.
Thanks for the super chat.
And it's scary. Because I'm a scary person. I can outthink and outmaneuver all these people. And I just keep trying to get the general society to wake up and win. But I guess it does lie to me. I guess I am the smartest. I am the best. I am the fastest. The problem is, interlocking into this information is...
He didn't even need any special effects.
Chatted $5. Alex just went Super Saiyan.
He didn't even need any special effects, dude. He just did it all naturally. Oh, dude, this is my favorite Alex. You know, it's not good for his mental health, but this is why I tune in, honestly. It's probably not healthy, but this is my favorite.
I am the fastest. The problem is, interlocking into this information is very frightening. So, it must be done. So I will do it. I'll never watch another movie. I guess I have to become celibate because I can't get my energy up to sex.
He's not having sex. I mean, this is why Alex Jones is the Michael Jordan of broadcasting. This is like, I mean, come on. I don't care if I don't get any useful information. This is just fucking entertainment to the max. But yeah, why can't you have sex, Alex? Look, this kind of broke my heart. I don't know how true it is, but I heard him and Erica are either in the process of getting a divorce or already had a divorce. I'm not sure. But yeah, I saw it on my feed, like people commenting about that. And if that's true, that's sad because Erica's a sweetheart. Alex is I like Alex. You know, I got to spend time with both of them, and they seem like they made a good couple. So I don't know what's going on there, but I wish those two lovebirds the best of luck. Hopefully they'll figure it out. But yeah, Alex, you probably should have some sex. You probably should. But if this is what we're gonna get, if you go celibate and don't have any sex, and we get this level of entertainment, then maybe don't have sex. That's fine. That's fine.
That's the biggest strain on me because I'm a man. There is no more pleasure.
Hey,
there
you
is no
super chatted $5. Owen accused Alex of being soft on Trump and censoring Owen from criticizing Trump. Alex is saying that's a lie, and that's why he says Owen's a traitor.
Yeah, I mean, I get that. I understand that. I just wonder how bad it was. Is it like Alex kind of just disagreeing and being like, man, I don't really agree with this, or is he like, don't say that, don't say this? Like, is censor saying you were being censored, is that maybe overplaying it a little bit? And then we saw Harrison earlier say, you never censored me. Of course, he said it on air. Maybe he's scared of Alex. He's not going to say like, yeah, you censored me. But it seemed believable, so why wouldn't he, if he's not censoring Harris, and trust me, Harris goes pretty hard as well, just as hard as Owen does. And Chase Geyser left too? Is that true that Chase Geyser left as well? And no longer works for InfoWars as well? Man, everybody's leaving, dude.
No more pain.
Thank you for the super chat, brother.
There is no more art. There is no more culture. There is only war. And I commit myself to total war against Satan. And I ask God to lead God and direct me and commit me to his arms and to become a complete vessel of warfare against this operation. And I repent for all my sins. And I ask now before everyone that you lift me up to be an absolute battering ram against the enemy.
This is pretty scary, to be honest. This is the way he's just looking off into the distance. I mean, dude. Owen, are you still in Austin, Owen? You might want to move out of the city, dude. This is getting a little terrifying now.
And I commit myself to total war against Satan. And I ask God to lead God and direct me and commit me to his arms and to become a complete vessel of warfare against this operation. And I repent for all my sins. And I ask now before everyone that you lift me up to be an absolute battering ram against the enemy in God's will. In the name of Jesus Christ, the Son of God. Amen.
Amen. Okay. Dude, I've never seen him go this hard on somebody except for Joe Rogan. This is like the level of attack he did on Joe Rogan where he was like, Jesus told me to destroy Joe Rogan. This is like that level. Dude. Owen. Jesus Christ. I want Owen to react to this. I want to watch Owen react to this.
super chatted $1.99. He's going 40k mode.
Yeah, dude. This is Super Saiyan 40k mode, fucking war mode. He's just, yeah. But I just wonder what, I'd like to just be a fly on the wall while Owen's watching this. Just see his facial expressions as he watches this, as he watches shit like this.
The enemy for all my sins, and I ask now before everyone that you lift me up to be an absolute battering ram against the enemy in God's will. In the name of Jesus Christ, the Son of God. Amen.
That's it. That's what I like to hear after a nice prayer to God is a fucking demon growl. He's just man, he's the war is, it's on, man. The war part is coming out, dude. He's going full fucking war mode. You can tell.
God's will, in the name of Jesus Christ, the Son of God. Amen.
Yeah, I remember when I was a kid and I used to sit down to say my prayers with my dad. We always finished it with a good satanic growl. Amen. That's the way you let God know you really fucking, you mean the prayers.
So everybody be on notice. You want a war? You got one. You just saw an ad for...
There's more. You guys want to... That's just one little part of it, dude. There's a whole nother 40 minutes. You guys want to keep going and see what more he says? I don't know if it gets any crazier. Let's see. Let's give it a shot.
You are...
I think he goes a little deeper into like attempting to debunk the things Owen was saying. Like Owen said, he hadn't gotten a raise since 2018. I think Alex is saying that's not true. He's got the papers. He's got the papers. Yeah. Like who do you believe? It's always two different sides of in a situation like this. It's like, which side do I believe? The truth is usually somewhere in the middle. But
Mr. Ball Money super chatted $2. Prepare your anus, Owen Shroyer.
Yeah, dude. Owen's got a battle in his hands, man. He's got a real life battle here, dude.
A snake. You are a rat.
Yeah, now he's going the rat snake. I mean, I haven't seen him call anybody a rat since Ben Shapiro. So this is.
You are a snake. You are a rat. You are a fraud. You are a backstabber. You are a handbiter. You are a disgrace. And I don't know if it's his personal life. I don't know if it's stuff he's smoking. But I've seen a lot of people get paranoid, that smoke pot and go nuts.
Oh, come on, man. Why is everybody blaming everything on pot these days, dude? Come on now. You can fucking smoke pot and not go nuts. But Owen doesn't even come across as like a pothead. That's surprising if Owen's smoking weed. But I mean, a lot of people smoke weed. You got to unwind somehow,
But, I mean, I can just tell you this right now.
I mean, it's better than being a drunk, if you ask me.
That I'm not here to be shit on or stabbed in the back. This crew isn't your punching bag, and we did nothing to you but be loyal. And your little 5-hour extravaganza of little puppy dog that doesn't know why, and he just wanted to come back and shake my hand. He starts talking to me like he's literally a pimp, and I am a crack whore. He's like, here's how it's gonna be. I'm leaving. And blah, blah, blah. Well, what's the problem? What's the thing? Well, I mean, what can we do? I mean, I don't understand. He's like, well, it's just gone on too long and whatever. But I'll tell you this, if you're really desperate, you can pay me more money. But I'll tell you this, I'm gonna promote my new show on InfoWars. And I went, which again, I'm not even against him having a show. If he was nice, I was just like, it was just kind of like, I was like, well, I said, in the bankruptcy stuff, I can't really give you a raise. But I said, that's okay, Owen. He goes, well, you know what? It's a favor for you. I'll come in and do a week. And I'm like, no, that's okay, Owen. That's fine. I wish you well. And I hung up and literally got a tear in my eye because he was talking to me with just like Patrick Bateman or something. So then he races out and goes on air and is like, I'm just leaving because, I know I can't talk about Trump and, I know it hurts Jones's access and, he really, all innuendo.
Owen's been doing pretty well. I see on X, his numbers are doing pretty well on X. So this is probably the best time for Owen to go do his own thing. And I have a feeling this has been brewing for a long time now. This little feud between Owen and Alex. You just wonder, like, is Alex playing it up? Because he's sure making it seem like Owen is like this sneaky little creep behind the scenes that nobody likes. I don't know how much I believe that.
He didn't have the guts to just tell the pure lie that I told him to do stuff, which I didn't. And a bunch of other stuff. I haven't even watched half of it. It's just so painful to watch. He's sitting there manipulating and wriggling around like a snake, trying to make it as bad as he can, but skate the edge so he can say, I never did that. Because he's got the whole crew knows it's not true. He's got the other hosts that know it's not true. He then runs on air and is like, I just wanted to come back for a week and shake his hand and thank him. But he didn't. He doesn't want to be my friend. Meanwhile, let me tell you how it is. I mean, literally, yeah, no, it's all over. There's nothing, you can't get me back. I tell you, though, if you're really desperate. And he said that, and I went, excuse me? There was more, and he goes, well, I mean, if you want to do something really desperate. And he was really getting off on it. And I'm like going, this is an evil son of a bitch, man. Wow, I had a snake around here. I had no idea. And I literally started getting the tears in my eyes.
Spocko super chatted $1.99. I hope he's not on the source again.
I don't think he is here. He doesn't, if he is, he's hiding it really well. I've watched enough Alex. I think I can tell when he's on the sauce,
Because he was burning down like an old house. It burns up in like 2 minutes. He's burning down. I'm just like, oh, and I got to go, man. And I literally stumbled in the pool and I was just like, And I was like, I'm going to take the high road. I called the crew. I said, let's be nice. Let's be sweet. And then I started seeing the clips. And Owen, man, you're a piece of crap, brother. All right. And if I was anybody, I wouldn't turn my back on Owen Shroyer. So, I mean, he took Snake to the next level.
Yeah, there's a lot of people on X, Captain Willard. It's not the biggest platform, but it's big enough, man. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like Alex is playing it up a little bit, making Owen seem worse than he was, but maybe Owen just like, I think if I was to give Alex the benefit of the doubt, maybe Owen saw his views were finally enough on X and he finally had enough momentum that he could go out on his own. And I don't know, maybe there's grudges that have been held. Maybe there's things like, he suffered a lot. Like, that's one reason where it's like, man, maybe you should give him some leeway, because everything that they did to you, they did to him. He got banned off of everything. He got actually worse. He got thrown in prison. And he was even, Owen was even talking about like lawsuits now. Like, they're going to try to do what they did to Alex to Owen now. Like, remember what they did with Sandy Hook, where now he owes like billions of dollars. So yeah, Owen definitely suffered for the cause, dude. So I don't know. I feel like you could give him a little bit of slack,
So, Owen Shroyer's dead to me.
I guess not.
If he goes on air and repents to Jesus and apologizes for being demon possessed or whatever it is he is, then I will forgive him. But he thinks that he would like absorb us as a launch pad and lie about us to make himself a victim so he could project himself and launch his own show, when he cut and run and didn't even call me or didn't even say anything or didn't even say, hey, what can I do? He just cut and run and said, I'm done with you people. When Bloomberg and The Onion came in here and ransacked this place, and we stood up to him and won thanks to your backing and God's providence, and the whole time he was trying to cut and run. But then when he figured out that, it's still there, he slunk back over, and I never even came to him and said, hey, it's good to have you back, man. Glad, blah, blah. Just, yeah, okay, sure. Just like, people say, why would you swing around like that? Because I wasn't going to give him what he wanted. I knew what he was going to do, but I wanted to make sure. It's one thing to know what somebody's going to do, but it's another to wait till they do it. And he did it worse than I thought.
Dude, it wasn't even that bad, bro. We just watched it. It wasn't even that bad. It was very mild, and he was still very complimentary towards Alex for giving him his start. It's so like, dude, I don't know. Maybe he just caught Alex in a bad day. Maybe because Alex feels like he's done so much for Owen that it's like really, really pissing Alex off. But it feels like a little bit of an overreaction, and more like a lot of bit of an overreaction. But man, it's entertaining, that's for sure.
And it is premeditated. To know that someone who acts like they're your friend is plotting and scheming and manipulating, and to just disregard it because you're a loyal person, and then to see that individual betray not just you, but the crew and the idea of what we are and how embattled we are, and to try to cast us as the villains and he as the hero and the victim. I
know. He was just wanting to have control over his own show and probably not have to live in your shadow anymore, Alex. Jesus Christ, dude. I do think it's kind of a bad look. I think Alex should have really just took the high road and said, Owen was here for a long time. He'll always be part of the history of this show. And that would have been so much easier, bro. This is more entertaining. I get it. This will bring in more views. But I don't know. I don't think Owen deserved this, dude. He's definitely suffered a lot for the brand. You got to cut him some slack a little bit for that. But yeah, I guess maybe Alex's feelings are just really hurt.
Will not put up with it. It is the holy grail out there to be censored, because when you really are censored, people want to Streisand effect find out what's been censored. And I've been really censored. I've been really attacked. And so is InfoWars. But I've never accused people of censoring or oppressing me who didn't do it. And we had another talk show host about 6 years ago post on Twitter that we were censoring him. He didn't say what. I came into him and I said, what did we ever censor? What did we ever do? He said, I'm not talking to me about it. You know you're censoring me. And I said, how? I said, listen, do it again, you're fired. And about a year later, they were uploading his morning show, and this happens, every once in a while, and only the first hour went up, and he flipped out and went online and said that he was being censored by us. And I called him up, and he started yelling at me, don't you give me that. And I said, the guys, all the time we upload stuff to everywhere. They'll upload it. We don't even know, what were you talking about? He was bashing Trump. And I said, that's it, you're fired, man. Not because of what he was saying about topics, but because he was saying we were censoring him. So, and that was David Knight. So I've got a real problem with this. And I took the high road on that because I wasn't very close to David Knight, and he was kind of the grumpy old man and was just frustrated that his show wasn't as popular as mine. And I promoted it and just had a chip on his shoulder.
David Knight was like an old-fashioned news guy that would like actually cover the news, and like he's kind of the straight man to Alex Jones' like crazy persona. But yeah, it wasn't this is the sad thing about news these days. No one gives a shit about the news. They just want to be entertained. So it's like, who's the most entertaining? That's who's going to have the biggest news show, unfortunately.
And I mean, I did stuff like, give him hundreds of thousands of dollars when he had a heart attack, and hire both his sons. And
was Owen talking shit about him on his own network? Yeah, I don't know. I don't watch Owen's show, so maybe I missed it. But yeah, I mean, that's...
Rusty Shackelford super chatted $5. Owen went to jail for the cause. He's a true info warrior.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. You got to cut him some slack. He's definitely suffered. Like, everything... Like, probably not to the level of Alex, of course, but he's suffered for being... supporting the being part of the show. But yeah, I don't know, man. It's hard for me to take a side here. I can feel where Alex is probably feeling betrayed, and I can feel where Owen's probably like, I want to fucking do my own thing and have some control and not live in someone else's shadow who's constantly pushing everything off on me, like constantly taking over and derailing everything I'm trying to do. Like, I understand that. But I don't think Owen's message was to the level of deserving this sort of reaction from Alex. I think it's a little overboard from Alex. But again, maybe he's emotional and he feels betrayed. But yeah.
Kiss his ass. And the more I was nice to him, the more he just got angry and hateful. And then he's gone out since then and disgraced himself and said that I flat out censored him on things. Oh, really? Show the proof. Not true. I mean, this is ridiculous, okay? So, Owen Shroyer has now done this, and the way he did it is particularly deceptive.
But that is kind of messed up if he's saying he was censored and he wasn't actually censored. But then again, in Owen's point of view, maybe he feels like he was censored because you stopped him from talking about something, or you changed the topic. But everything I saw, it didn't seem like it was that big of a deal. But I guess if you're accusing Alex of censoring you, and then a bunch of people are already attacking Alex and saying, you're a shill, you're bought and paid for, and you're just the Trump puppet, and, it gives ammo to the people that are already talking a lot of shit to Alex. But people are going to talk shit no matter what, dude. So
he thinks I'm stupid. Got a very aggressive phone call from him with him yesterday, and then he ran off and did his publicity stunt at my expense, the crew's expense, at this institution's expense, and I mean just lie after lie after lie. I mean, I've got, and we're checking with lawyers right now, but I've got
super chatted $1.99. Biggest anime betrayal since Judas.
Oh. Judas was anime? I don't know. Was Judas following God's plan? I don't know, man. I don't know. But yeah, this is I just don't see it as that big of a betrayal. Obviously, Owen probably should have left all that talk out, complaining about what he didn't like. Like, he didn't need to do that. But he did it in a very light way. And Alex is it's just not the same level of response, It's like somebody like accidentally bumps into you when you're walking down the street, and then you respond by like picking them up and slamming them on their head instead of being like, "Oh, excuse me," you know. It seems like an overreaction.
His tax, filings. I've got what he's paid. I've got everything here. Said he hadn't had a raise since 2018. Since 2018, he's had multiple raises of $80,000 on top of what he was paid before, and huge bonuses. Have it all right here.
So that's not a good look. If he's outright lying about shit and saying I didn't get a raise when you did, that's not a good look. And we all know InfoWars is not doing very good financially right now. Yeah. So I don't know. Again, who do you believe? Do you believe Alex or do you believe Owen? I mean, Alex has the papers right there. I don't know, man. We're gonna have to take somebody's word for it. I don't know whose word to take.
That's just one example. Who do these people think they are? So, I didn't put him in prison on J6.
Oh, is this what it is? Is this really what's sending Alex to crash out? Is it because everybody's reporting now and using this to make it look like InfoWars is just a Trump shill? But dude, they're gonna always write shit like that, man. You expect Newsweek to write something good about you?
We raised the money for him to fight it. I didn't do any of these things. And to watch the way, and I couldn't watch the whole 5 hours. I wasn't even going to watch it. People kept sending me clips, and my phone was blowing up, and all these text messages, and is this true? Is that true? And I started watching it, and notice it's why I'm leaving InfoWars. Not I quit, or I was fired leaving it nebulous, but just get him on the screen. I can't even look at him. And
he's doing that. That's the Stelter treatment. He's giving him the Brian Stelter treatment. I can't even look at him. He's going to give him the Stelter treatment? Jesus Christ, come on. It doesn't work for Owen because Owen's a beautiful man. You cannot deny that. It's a beautiful man.
Leaving it nebulous, but just get him on the screen. I can't even look at him. And he's like, oh, I understand why he didn't want me talking about Trump. He'll have his access cut off. That's why I've got to go. Oh, I understand the things I was doing were really causing a problem. No, they weren't. I never told him you ought to do this or that. I said, hey, you can attack Trump all you want, but hey, we also need to stay on top of the Democrats here. I said that on air. I never even said that to him in person. I said on air. That's what talk show hosts do. I started out in talk radio, other shows on the same station.
I'm probably not going to have a choice here, dude, Ben Stevens. Once YouTube bans me, I'm going to have to go work with InfoWars. They probably wouldn't hire me, though. I'm not seasoned enough.
Super chatted $1.99. Ping, you should have replaced Owen on InfoWars.
Yeah, that would, working for Alex would be tough, bro. But if you want to pay me enough, I'd entertain the possibility. Yeah, that might be the only career path I have in the future. Because, YouTube's been playing a lot of weird games. But, yeah, thank you for the super chat, Ben.
The morning show talks about the afternoon show. And they disagree and agree, and they have debates. That's normal. We're not in a cult here. I'm not censoring somebody because I say I'm not throwing the baby out with the bathwater. I have Nick Fuentes on who says he's totally done with Trump. And I say, you're making good points. I can see why you say it, but I disagree on this, and that. And Nick doesn't go, oh, my God, you're censoring me because you disagree with me. That's not what that is. And I talked to Nick this morning, and he obviously thinks that, before I even told him what went on, that Owen handled it completely wrong. But it was as I started this morning, I didn't do my workout because I was busy, and I decided, okay, I'm going to go ahead and watch these clips. And I sat there, and what made me really mad was he was acting all sad and hurt, and this happened, and and it was like innuendo for hours and hours. And at the end, oh, Alex never censored me. But he stood over my shoulder. Yeah, like what, once a month come in to give you something? Which when he was hired, knows part of the thing. That's why there's microphones in the control rooms. I want everybody to get on air. Hey, breaking news. I'll come in and hand them did you see this on Fox? This just happened. Go tell Owen. Doesn't mean have him on. He was mad. He told the crew that I'll have a guest on and say, hey, you're here. You're a huge guest. Nick Fuentes is an example. Or whoever, Roger Stone, whoever it is. Hey, did they book you? Hey, call Owen, see if he wants
I did think that was a little weird when Owen used that as a complaint. Like, oh, okay, he's giving you guests to talk to? That didn't seem like a big deal, but Owen made it like... I think Owen just wanted complete control of his show. He wanted, like, no interruptions, no feedback, just let me do my show 100% full creative control. I don't know, why couldn't Alex do that? Did they even talk about it and Alex was like, no, it's not going to happen? Sounds like these guys probably should have communicated a little more. You know, it's probably a severe lack of communication here. He's had that studio for a while, Rusty.
Rusty Shackelford super chatted $2. Kind of crazy how fast Owen got a running studio.
Yeah, he had it going, like I talked about earlier. The first time they almost lost the InfoWars studio from the lawsuit for the Sandy Hook lawsuit, they came in and like turned off the lights and tried to change the locks, and then like Alex got a last minute injunction. Owen was already out. I mean, I remember it. So when Alex tells that story, he's not lying. Owen was already out. He was like, okay, I'm starting my own thing now. And then the next day they got the studio back, they got the building back, and then Owen was back. So Owen's been ready and preparing to move on for a while. Maybe the excuse for Owen would be, you know, it's only a matter of time before InfoWars is shut down because of the lawsuits against Alex. So, of course, it's smart to prepare. But I think Owen's just ready to go on and do his own thing.
Come on. Owen told the crew that that was me controlling a show, just helping a newsroom. Hey, you want to go on another show? Let's see if they can have a slot for you. That's what he's got. That's what David Knight had, because they need to be censored. They need me to be the villain. Oh, my gosh, one time they only uploaded the first hour of his show instead of 3. And so the evil people that just uploaded everywhere and 99% of the time get it right, they made a mistake. Finally, Alex Jones censored me. Finally. Oh, finally. It's so good. I'm a victim. I'm the best. He's bad. See, he was evil. I was good.
This is typical work dynamics. Like I'm telling you, in my history of working, everybody always hates the boss. You'll have a few people that ass kiss the boss, like they'll fucking kiss their ass really hard and really like, oh, you want me to clean your car? I'll clean your car. You want me to bring you some coffee? Like they'll do anything. But even those people secretly hate the boss. There was a period of time where I had to hire people. I tried to start my own company and it did all right for a little while, and I had to hire people. And it was like clockwork every time. You do the interview, they're like, oh my God, I need this opportunity. Please, anything. I need the job. Just like everything you want to hear. Like they love you. Thank you. Everything's just like, and then 2 weeks into the job, they start hating you. 2 weeks into the job, you're the guy that's making them have to wake up in the morning and go to work. You're the guy that's, you know, got to call them when they made a mistake, and they start to fucking hate you and resent you. And then they want a raise, they want this, and that's just normal fucking employee shit, dude. You know? That's why people don't last forever with one company. It's very rare.
And that's why people that bash me, and I've talked about this a lot on air, you see it all the time. I'll have a guest on, and we go to break. And that they post and go, look, when they talked about this subject, he went to break. And they don't show that coming out of break, we always come back to it. Or that the breaks have been set for 27 years at the exact same time. Got one coming up in 14 minutes, 20 seconds. Set your watch by it. It's an atomic clock. They censor by not showing you what they said after and then invert it and say, I censored. That's what other people do, because this is the whole thing, to manufacture censorship. And so you can have a Streisand effect. Oh, I was bad stuff going on. You know, I had to go because, you know, this and that. And I mean, like, we're not human. That's very sociopathic. We're not human. And to boost yourself so you can get 1 million live streamers watching you, here it is right here. You know, couldn't do that on regular news topics. Though Owen's done some great stuff and done great work. That's why I hired him. No. But for whatever reason, if I can just get that hit again, I'll just come out and attack Alex Jones and play victim and act sad the whole time.
Of course, that's going to get the views. That's what people want. People want the fucking juicy gossip drama bullshit, dude. Can't blame them. It's really the people's fault. The people don't want an in-depth fucking detailed report about the safety of our water and blah, blah, blah. No, that's like, give me drama, give me fucking slop. I want people yelling at each other and fighting. That's what I want.
And it's not true. So, Owen, tell us again, you hadn't had a raise since 2018? Is $80,000 increase in 3 different raises? Is that a $80,000 on top of what you're getting paid? Tell people what you are paid? You got the clips? How about telling people about the bonuses or the Hellcat I gave you just as a friend? Here, have my Hellcat. It was worth about $60,000 I gave it to you. It was $85,000 when I bought it. Oh yeah, tell me, Owen, about how bad I am again. So, if somebody will lie about people he said was his friend for 10 years like that, and so nakedly, that's a really nice person. And so let me tell you what happened here. So I'll get to all the other news that's coming up.
Bro, you guys keep mentioning Raja Jackson getting arrested. I'm searching X right now. I'm not seeing anything about him getting arrested. Most of what I'm seeing is why hasn't he been arrested? Where do I got to look? Because, yeah, I'm not finding anything. And I'm in, yeah, I'll keep looking. But I can't find anything about Raja Jackson getting arrested.
Owen, last Thursday.
I'll keep looking.
I'm all stressed out. My dad's had open heart surgery. It went well. I'm driving back up to Temple to see him. You know, driving back and forth. You know, came down on Thursday to do the show in the morning.
Yeah, according to Grok, based on the latest reports, Raja Jackson has not been arrested. LAPD is investigating, reportedly building a strong case. But yeah, he's not been arrested yet.
I drove here like 5 a.m. Do my show,
false
get in the
alarm,
car,
I think,
leave.
guys.
And Kyle Seraphin starts texting me saying, hey, I just got sued by Cash Patel's girlfriend. Plus, we found a secret J6 database to secretly persecute people and this and that. I go, well, that's huge. I said, well, can you go on Owen's show if you've got a slot? And he said, yeah. When? He said, 4:30. So I call up Rob Agueros, who's the producer at that time, and I say, hey, see if Owen wants him on, has got a slot. He can come on anytime after 4:30. And then Rob calls back and he says, well, what's the topics? And I said, well, just call Seraphin. And I said, I'll send a voice memo to Owen. So Owen, during the break, listens to it and says, that's it. I'm leaving. And says I'm controlling his show.
Because he didn't want to interview Seraphim? Kyle Seraphim? In
a newsroom saying, hey, this is a big thing. I can't do it because, I stay up here at night and do reports. I'd have done it. Here's this thing. We're a team. And that's been like that ever since he was here and before he was here. I mean, the guys are in there grabbing articles and videos and I'll, when Owen's show's about to start, I run over there with stuff that I think is important. Hey, do you already have this? I think this is pretty big. You know about this? That's what goes on in newspapers and TV stations and radio stations. It's like having a pigskin in a football game or a baseball in a baseball game or lights for a nighttime game or hot dogs and Coca-Cola being sold. But see, in the world of victimhood, that is like absolute total censorship to give people information. But that's how he's then vague. He was standing over me. Actually, if we did our job better, I would be doing that every day, not bringing him something once a week. Hey, in here on the computer, I just grabbed it off Fox, off the satellite. Hey, we have raw feeds, 2 off satellites. Hey, look at this raw feed. Come get this. That's so bad. That's bad, isn't it? Like I'm running around at big TV screens with satellite feeds and saying, look at this, look at that. I mean, that is just horrible. I sit in the coffee room that's got satellite feeds and eat my lunch at 3 o'clock. And then I sit there and text the crew, hey, looks interesting. That looks interesting. Man, I want to apologize right now. I mean, you're talking nasty evil, okay? Being a news hound. I mean, I want to apologize actually to Owen for that. But that.
To be honest, it's feeling like these guys just need a break from each other. It's sometimes when you work with somebody for 8 to 10 years, it just gets hard. The personality is you're tired. It's the same bullshit all the time. Sometimes it is annoying when you're trying to do a show and somebody's constantly having suggestions for you and like, oh, maybe you should do this here. I got this show. Like, you should be able to handle it and not freak out, especially when it's your boss, but it does get annoying. It's like, dude, all right, enough. I got this. Shut up. But yeah, it sounds like they just God, I don't know. They could have both easily have broke this off in such a better way. Because they're both great, man. They've both done good work. And I don't know. I don't think the relationship can be repaired at this point. I think there's too much damage done.
That's the type of sophistry where you go, oh, he would hang over me. He would try to control the show. He would whatever. Total lie. And then as all the articles come out and Jones censored Shroyer on Trump criticism and Israel. So let's see if Shroyer comes out and apologizes for you. Oh, no, he's going to say, I didn't really exactly say that. No, you couched each statement perfectly thought out and looking down at your notes to be able to lie about us and try to hurt this organization for your benefit so you can be a hero. You are a snake. You are a rat. You are a fraud. You are a backstabber. You are a handbiter. You are a disgrace.
Yeah, I've seen him do this to Cenk Uygur once. He's pulling from his old playbook, the best ofs, you know?
And let me say something else about you. Even before he went to prison for 4 months, and we did the crowdfunding, raised, fought everything for him, all that, he stopped talking to the crew very much and didn't have a good attitude, was pissed off all the time. And then it got to where he'd show up right before the show, wouldn't even talk to the crew. He'd walk by me and say something like, you know, just start laughing at me. Like, again, I'm not in junior high, so it didn't hurt me at that level. It hurt me that he was just like, yeah.
Does Owen have no audience, Chase? Cartwright is saying Owen has no audience. I don't know. I follow Owen on X, and he seems to do pretty well on X. So I think Owen will do fine. I don't know if he's going to blow up and be huge, but I think Owen will do fine just based off his pool on X. He'll be able to find an audience.
Yes. Owen, we can go further. When The Onion, backed by Bloomberg, did the fraudulent auction and got caught in all of that back in November, on November 13th, and I said, we're not leaving, this is a fraud, I'm filing emergency motion, the judge found it to be a fraud, got a 2-day hearing on all that. Owen just left and just called the producer and said, I'm done, I quit. Even though we have a backup studio, I told everybody, hey, it's going to be fine. We have new backers, all this stuff, if we get shut down. He's like, I'm gone. Starts announcing, is this the time? Because InfoWars is being shut down, he thinks. Announce his new network and funding and all this stuff.
I remember watching this. Alex is not lying about this, because I remember following it closely, making videos on it, because I was like, oh shit, they're shutting down InfoWars. And then I get on X and Owen's talking about his new stuff.
Super chatted $5 off topic, but is the moon a bit red tinged tonight to anybody else?
I did see the moon was like very visible last night, but I haven't looked at it today. It was when I was driving home last night, I was like, damn, that moon's just showing off tonight, huh? But yeah, it's a red moon, a blood moon tonight. Dude, yeah. I don't know, I feel like they're both probably to blame a little bit, but they could have, there's no excuse for just walking off the show. If you're sick of the show, if you're sick of doing the show, you're sick of working at InfoWars, you're sick of your boss, then just tell them, hey, look, I need to move on. Thank you for the time and the opportunity, but let's do a 2-week notice or whatever you guys need until you have someone to replace me. And, you know, I mean, it could have been done better. You know, it sounds like Owen's made some mistakes, and I think this response by Alex is a mistake. I think he's going too hard. Not a mistake entertainment-wise. It's perfect entertainment-wise. But, yeah, it would have been better to take the high road, I think.
So, and then we're back the next day, and Owen just shows back up and does his show and walks in.
Yeah, that was what I was talking about before I forgot what I was saying. I remember that because I was covering this that night. I was making videos on it. And I remember going on X and I'm like, oh, let's see what Owen has to say. And it was basically like, oh, Owen's already done with InfoWars. He's starting his own Owen network. And then the next day he was back with InfoWars because they saved the place. But yeah, Owen's really been wanting to leave for a while, I think.
And just looks at me with hatred. And like,
dude, I agree. That was some good times.
Super chatted $4.99.
Those were good times.
Owen and AJ need to get back in that armored vehicle and go to Dairy Queen.
They've done some good work together, man. Owen's done some legendary man on the street work. That's just some of the greatest memes of all time. But yeah, it would be nice if they could figure out a way to make up, but I think it's better this way. I think obviously Owen's wanting to move on. Owen's ready to do his own thing. It's just like, could they have done it a little cleaner, you know? And again, that's why I say Owen has some blame on this, because he just leaves, just ups and leaves. Like, that's not a good look. It's not professional. But then again, Alex is way overreacting.
Slinks in there, just like walks in, and Owen just shows back up and does his show, and walks in and just looks at me with hatred, and like slinks in there, just because he really wanted me to fire him so he could be a victim. And I confided just in a few of the producers. I said, he wants to be a victim. I said, I'm going to have love and say prayers for him that he gets better. I'll be really nice to him, give him extra bonuses. Maybe he'll pull out of it. I tried to talk to him. He's never wanted to talk to me. And I said, but I said, he's going to stab me in the back. He's a new person. And I don't know if it's his personal life. I don't know if it's stuff he's smoking. But I've seen a lot of people get paranoid, that smoke pot and go nuts. But I can just tell you this right now, that I'm not here to be shit on or stabbed in the back. This crew isn't your punching bag, and we did nothing to you but be loyal. And your little 5-hour extravaganza of little puppy dog that doesn't know why, and he just wanted to come back and shake my hand and be nice, and then I kind of censored him and said, no, you don't need to host your show. You want to hear what he said in the phone call to me? I didn't record it. I was in the pool with my 8-year-old daughter playing with her Barbie dolls at whatever it was, 4 o'clock yesterday.
That's a little sus, Alex.
A rare day, I actually only came in and worked the office about 4 hours. So I go back. She's literally calling me. Daddy, you're supposed to be home. You said be home at 10. I want to play in the yard. So I'm sitting there about 4 o'clock, bobbing around, and I get a text message. Bzz, bzz, bzz. Hey, I'll see you at 10 a.m. tomorrow. Because remember, I called him Thursday when he just got up and left. I said, hey, what's wrong? And he's like, Monday. Because he's the commander. And so I sent him a few texts later. I said, hey, can we talk now? Ignores me. So Monday rolls around. Bzz, talk, 10 a.m. tomorrow. I got the text right here. And I'm like, that's kind of late, maybe 9:30, whichever. I said, how about we just talk right now? Because I go, it's pretty clear you're about to quit. He goes, you really want to do this right now? I said, yeah. So he calls up, and while I'm calling him, he calls me. So I pick it up, and he starts talking to me like he's literally a pimp, and I am a crack whore. He's like, here's how it's going to be. I'm leaving. And blah, blah, blah. Well, what's the problem? What's the thing? Well,
I don't know, man. Alex, he's playing it up a little bit. He's playing it up. He's trying to make Owen seem like really, really terrible. Thing is, I wish we had footage of some of this shit to see, like, is he really slithering like a snake? And is it really that bad? Or do you guys just fucking hate each other at this point and can't stand each other's guts? So everything's interpreted in the worst fucking possible way. Like, everything's a slight. Like, oh, he looked at me and he's like, meanwhile, he just like looked in your direction first. Because I've been there where like you fucking hate the people you work with. And just everything they do, everything they say is just you take everything the wrong way.
What can we do? I don't understand. He's like, well, it's just gone on too long and whatever. But I'll tell you this, if you're really desperate, you can pay me more money. But I'll tell you this, I'm going to promote my new show on InfoWars. And I went, which again, I'm not even against him having a show. If he was nice, I was just like, it was just kind of like, I was like, well, I said, in the bankruptcy stuff, I can't really give you a raise. But I said, that's okay, Owen. He goes, well, you know what? It's a favor for you. I'll come in and do a week. And I'm like, no, that's okay, Owen. That's fine. I wish you well.
See, it always makes me a little suspicious when people retell stories and the other guy's voice, like they make it so bad. It's like, and then, but when you talk, oh, I'm talking like this, and oh, how are you doing? But when they talk, like a demon possessed. I kind of think Alex is playing it up a little bit here, dude. You're going a little too far, Alex. Come on. You got to just let it go, man. You got to let it go. Let him move on. Let him do his own show. He's suffered enough under the InfoWars brand. But yeah, I kind of don't buy the interpretation completely. It feels like he's playing it up a little bit. Yeah, play the voicemails. He already said Von Saltonator says play the voicemails. He already said he doesn't have the voicemails. So, you know, it's convenient when you're saying, hey, listen to the call, or like, if only you could hear the call, but then we can't hear the call, you know?
And I hung up and literally...
Or the voicemails, does he have the voicemails? Yeah, he says he doesn't have this call. He didn't record the call. It would have been weird if he was recording his conversations with Owen. That would have been weird. But he clearly didn't record it. But yeah, I'd like to see some footage of one of these events to see if Owen is slithering around like a snake or not, you know? I find that hard to believe. I think they just really, really don't like each other at this point.
Really got a tear in my eye.
And it's unfortunate they couldn't find a way to break up in a amicable way to where, but again, this might be the best thing for both of them views wise.
He was talking to me with just like Patrick Bateman or something. And so I go back and get in the pool and, you know, keep playing. Or maybe it was even earlier than 4. That's right. Because then I took my daughter to see a movie. Whatever. It was in the afternoon. So then he races out and goes on air and is like, I'm just leaving because, I know I can't talk about Trump, and, I know it hurts Jones's access, and, he really, all innuendo. He didn't have the guts to just tell the pure lie that I told him to do stuff, which I didn't. And a bunch of other stuff. I haven't even watched half of it. It's just so painful to watch. He's sitting there manipulating and wriggling around like a snake, trying to make it as bad as he can, but skate the edge so he can say, I never did that, because he's got the whole crew knows it's not true. He's got the other hosts that know it's not true. So he wants to pull a David Knight.
Yeah, we'll bring out the crew. I want to hear from the crew right now. I want to hear what the crew's got to say. Come on.
I mean, Harrison Smith says whatever he wants. I walked this morning.
You can't speak for the crew. You got to let the crew come out and back you up.
I said, have I ever told you not to say something? He goes, no, it's actually, I'm surprised you haven't. I'm kind of out of control. I go, no, but I like you're a good guy. Just say whatever you want. So, and I've got all the producers and all the people I've said on air, I think Owen's too black-pilled as an example, and that we all should be more positive. That's my opinion. It's not an attack. It's a discussion. So.
It's really hard not to be black-pilled right now, dude. It's hard. That's kind of the message people want to hear, too. People don't fall for the copium anymore. They're like, oh, cope. Just everything sucks. But the reality is life does suck for a lot of people right now. Like, the cost of living is a big part of it. The lack of good jobs, the lack of wages going up. It's just, it's getting hard to survive out here right now. And that's blackpilling people.
He then runs on air and is like, I just wanted to come back for a week and shake his hand and thank him. But he didn't. He doesn't want to be my friend. Meanwhile, let me tell you how it is. I mean, literally, yeah, no, it's all over. You can't get me back. I tell you, though, if you're really desperate. And he said that, and I went, excuse me? There was more, and he goes, well, I mean, if you want to do something really desperate, and he was really getting off on it. And I'm like going, this is an evil son of a bitch, man. Wow, I had a snake around here. I had no idea. And I literally started getting tears in my eyes because he was burning down like an old house. It burns up in like 2 minutes. He's burning down. I'm just like, oh, and I got to go, man. And I literally stumbled in the pool, and I was just like, And I was like, I'm going to take the high road. I called the crew. I said, let's be nice. Let's be sweet. And then I started seeing the clips. And Owen, man, you're a piece of crap, brother. All right. And
Dude, I never thought I'd see this day where fucking, of all people, Alex would be going to war with Owen Shroyer. Mini-me. You remember there was a long period of time there where Alex and Owen were like twins. It was like Owen went to the school of Alex Broadcasting and was just like a little mini-me Alex. And now they're going to war. My God, it breaks my heart. It really does.
If I was anybody, I wouldn't turn my back on Owen Shroyer. So, I mean, he took Snake to the next level. So, Owen Shroyer's dead to me. if he goes on air and repents to Jesus and apologizes for being demon possessed or whatever it is he is, then I will forgive him. But he thinks that he would like absorb us as a launch pad and lie about us to make himself a victim so he could project himself and launch his own show when he cut and run and didn't even call me or didn't even say anything or didn't even say, hey, what can I do? He just cut and run and said, I'm done with you people. When Bloomberg and The Onion came in here and ransacked this place, and we stood up to him and won thanks to your backing and God's providence, and the whole time, he was trying to cut and run. But then when he figured out that, oh, it's still there, he slunk back over, and I never even came to him and said, hey, it's good to have you back, man. Glad, blah, blah. Just, yeah, okay, sure. Just like, people say, why would you swing around like that? Because I wasn't going to give him what he wanted. I knew what he was going to do, but I wanted to make sure. It's one thing to know what somebody's going to do, but it's another to wait till they do it.
The truth is somewhere in the middle. That's what's frustrating about this. It's like, it's hard to believe everything Alex is saying because I just don't see Owen as being like that. I could see them like really hating each other, and then like you have so much like drama and just personal dislike for somebody that everything they do or say, you have the worst interpretation of it. You know? This is disappointing. Let me put a poll in here. I want to see who's what side you guys are on. Let's do a poll. Let's see. Team Alex or Team Owen? That's what we're doing here. To me, I'm going to put undecided. We'll have a third option, undecided. Undecided. Here we go. I might have forgot to put undecided. Yeah, I forgot to put that in there. Undecided. I'm undecided. That's what I'm saying. I'm undecided. I like them both, so it's difficult. It's difficult, man. You know? I think Alex is the more entertaining one. Like, Alex is InfoWars. He's the reason it's so huge. But then again, Owen has suffered a lot, man. I think you got to give him some credit. You know, like, up to this point, nearly everything that you've been through, Owen has been through as well, besides the $1 billion lawsuit. You know, Owen did go to prison. You didn't go to prison. So you've both like really suffered. So it's disappointing. And I have a feeling somebody said earlier in the comment section, these guys have hated each other for a long time. This has been a long time coming. It is sad though. It is heartbreaking. It's really, really sad, guys.
And he did it worse than I thought.
It's the end of an era.
So, Owen thinks his new franchise is going to be talking crap about me. He thinks his new franchise is going to be running down this fabled operation, this incredible crew and our supporters that are the InfoWar. Well, guess what, buddy? You can piss up a rope. No matter what happens to this office of the name InfoWars, we're going to go on forever thanks to the listeners and the viewers. God bless you all.
Hey, what's up? Tobuscus is in the chat. What's up, Tobuscus? I got to get you on the show, bro. I got to get you on the show. I've asked you a million times, Tobuscus. You got to do it. If you guys don't know Toby Turner, he's a legend. Yeah, I like them both too. That's what's hard about this, you know? I like the entertainment value as well. I think the best case scenario is that this is a work and they're both just trying to promote each other's sites by having a good little war. Wouldn't that be nice if they actually just still love each other behind the scenes and this is just a good work? That's possible. It could be the case. Oh, we gotta have it, Alex. Yep. Frankenstein. See, has he got more here?
And go ahead. You got some bad.
Oh, he's still going. He's still going, dude. I don't think I've seen him go this long on one person.
I didn't bring out the bad stuff. So go ahead and run your mouth some more. And go ahead. You got some bad stuff. Just more. Just do it. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Like Elvis says. Well, if you're really desperate, pay me more. But I'm going to promote my new show on your station. And I just said to him 5 minutes before, well, if you're doing something new, great. with these new backers we've got, if they shut down InfoWars, we're going to go to 20 hours a day and like to work with you again. Nah, I don't think so. And I was just talking to Harrison out in the hall during the break, and he said, yeah, we thought InfoWars was going under because the crew didn't really believe me we were going to beat them. And we also have a backup, which we do. Now they know that. I understand, that they didn't know back then. Now they really believe because we survived a bunch of these attacks. He said,
but see, okay, well, I remember it wasn't just Owen. Like, I remember Harrison was kind of setting up everybody that worked for InfoWars was acting like they were out of a job. So I don't think you can say, oh, Owen was already trying to start his. I mean, everybody at InfoWars was acting like, oh, I got to find something to do now. I have no job. But Alex is saying, I told everybody we're going to be okay. We're moving to Alex Jones Network. So I don't know, man. It's hard to know what's real. Alex is definitely playing some things up for sure.
Owen, that's great. Well, I'd like to work with you. Man, we should do a show once a week together and kind of keep the old team together somehow. Owen's go, no, I'm working alone. And that was the attitude was, he wouldn't even talk to anybody for years here in the office. And just went completely cold. I'd be like, hey, let's go out and get a steak sometime. Nah, it's all right. And he'd pull up in the parking lot, just get out and just look at me like, literally. Well, he walked by me and just go, look me from the feet up, just go, yeah, right.
That's hard to believe, dude. That's hard to believe. That's like right out of a movie. He just walks up to you and goes, it's like some sort of fucking 80s bully or something. That's why I don't believe it. I mean, it's hard to believe because it's too out of a movie and out of an 80s movie specifically, which we all know Alex loves 1980s movies.
I mean, you talk about an arrogant person. He should star in the new American Psycho. Hell, he should. If they need somebody to run for, California governor after Newsom leaves, I think Owen ought to move out to California. He could do it.
Bro, if we get another 50-50 vote, I'm going to say it's rigged. Every vote I do, it's always 50-50 or like 51-49. It's like, Jesus Christ, is everything split down the middle? I feel like these votes are rigged. But yeah, I'm not taking a side. I support both of them. I will offer both of them a chance to come on my show.
He's in love with himself. He's worldly. And I'm glad I let it mature until the big fat tumor was right out in the open so everybody could see it. But it was worse than I thought. The big tumor I thought was there, that was just the tip of it. And so it's a real shame. But I've been stabbed in the back so much and had people lie about me so much that I've taken the high road every single time. And this is the high road. Because if I let him sit there and tell all those lies he did, he'll just make a cottage industry out of it. That's what these people do. Former employees say that, there's a fish bowl and I grab the fish out and eat it. There's never been a fish or a fish bowl here. And just all sorts of insane crap. And I just put up with it. But here's the difference.
Owen said he wanted to do a real news show. He didn't want to do drama or gossip. I wonder if Owen's going to take the high road now. I think that would be the move. Would be to basically not respond to this in any way. But I think Owen's going to have to respond to this. There's too many views in it. It's too much views, too much public interest in this spat. So we'll see. We'll see what happens, man. I wonder if this is going to keep escalating. This is going to become a normal thing. Or if they're both just going to drop it. Because, yeah, Owen's starting his own show. He's going to build a studio. I think he's even got a GoFundMe to build the studio. And I don't think Owen's going to be one of these guys that's like every episode's just going to be attacking Alex Jones. He's going to make his living just attacking Alex Jones. I don't think he's going to do that. And to be honest, what he said wasn't even that bad. It was all shit that everybody could see. It was all shit that was not a secret. So yeah, I don't know. I think Alex is I think his feelings are really hurt here. His feelings are really hurt. Because when there's somebody who's close to you, it hurts so much more than if it's somebody you just don't give a shit about.
I wasn't friends. I mean, I liked him. I knew him, but I didn't.
I don't think he's wasted, Carl Tuckerson. I could tell when Alex is drunk. He's not drunk. He's not drunk.
hang out with him.
He's just angry.
Hundreds of times at restaurants and bars. I didn't go on trips with them everywhere. I didn't shake their hand and laugh. And he was a funny, nice, sweet guy. But even before he went to prison, he turned nasty. And all I can say is he's unrecognizable from the old Owen Shroyer. And
sounds like he hated the fucking job. That's what it sounds like to me. He hated the job, but he was kind of stuck there. And was just waiting for the right time to get out. It's, you know, it's an everyday occurrence. People do jobs they fucking hate. And a lot of times it doesn't end pretty. You know, because they end up hating everybody they work for.
I got all this other big news to talk about. People tune in on radio stations all over the country to hear about the news and information. And I was so excited yesterday about today's show and all the good things the Trump administration is doing, which are real good things that devastate the globalist. Let's say Trump's Satan himself, okay? Let's remove that from the discussion. Case in point, I was telling the crew, and they go this morning, they go, yeah, look what Owen posted here. Look what he said. He said, Trump has admitted defeat on warp speed by coming out and saying, looks like they held back data. I want the data released. Well, we know what the data is, mass deaths. We know it from lawsuits already, but they're trying to get the original data. And I guess you can look at it. That's actually a true statement. Okay, Trump admits defeat.
Let's see. I think we got enough of that. That's about it. Yeah, I don't think we got any more. I mean, we do. Alex, I think, talks about this for another 14 minutes, but we got through the best parts. I don't know. It looks like Team Alex is winning. Looks like y'all are siding with Alex. It's hard for me to pick a side here because I don't know what's real. I don't know what's true. I don't know what's exaggerated. Feels like Owen just hated his job, and it would have been smarter of Owen to not walk off, to not make to make his "Why I'm Leaving InfoWars" video be like, because I'm ready to start a new chapter. I want to control my show and, not be so, not go after Alex for that things that, like, interrupting a show and forcing guests on him and, all that shit. Like, it would have been better to be a little bit softer, but it was still really soft what Owen did. It wasn't that hardcore. But yeah, I like both of them, so it's hard to pick a side. I'm not going to pick a side. I hope they both make up. I hope they find a way to come together. But I think it's over. Alex is way more entertaining, so he is right. That's one way to look at it, Captain America. He is more, I mean, you cannot deny. Look, I like Owen, but Alex is Michael Jordan, and Owen is like, I don't know, BJ Armstrong. Yeah, they're not in the same fucking league, That's why it's like, Alex, you really didn't need to attack him. He's not going to shut you down because he says some nasty shit about you. It's not going to be the thing that destroys InfoWars. Like, you'll be fine, dude. You'll be fine. But yeah, now you're playing into it. So I do wonder if this is a little bit of WWE drama because, again, like I said earlier, this is probably the best way for Owen to leave to promote his next move to where he's going to next. Which I forgot the name of it. OWN or something like that. Well, not OO. Something. It's something. It's a play on Owen's name. But you can go follow Owen on X if you want to support him. He's starting a GoFundMe to fund his new studio and all that. But yeah, man, I hope they figure it out. But it doesn't look like it. It looks like it's over. What's up, everybody in the chat? You guys having fun? You enjoying this? The drama? You enjoying the drama, kayfabe? Yeah. At the beginning, when Alex comes out and interrupts Rex and Harrison, it looked like he was going to cry. That seemed genuine. I think Alex's feelings are genuinely hurt. So he's just going right into his WWE cut a promo on somebody I don't like mode. Which I don't know if Owen was deserving of this level of a WWE promo. Redbeard, he wanted more money, but that doesn't excuse just leaving. It's selfish. Well, yeah, Redbeard reality, like, the leaving isn't the problem. That, like, if he wanted to leave, do it right. Don't just walk off. And it seems like he wanted to leave years ago and just never pulled the trigger. And then over time, he just built up more and more and more resentment for Alex. And Alex, knowing Owen wants to leave, stops trusting Owen and then starts seeing him as a traitor. And then more resentment comes from Alex's side to the point where, like, everything each other does, they see it as, like, nefarious Like even the most mundane shit, it's like, oh, look at him. Look at the way he said hello to me. He fucking doesn't respect me. And it's like, dude, it's just petty shit. Petty shit. Petty office drama bullshit. And he should have moved on. He should have just, maybe last year, 2 years ago, should have been like, look, I'm ready to go do my own thing. And then they could have found a better way for Owen to move on. But this might be the best way for Owen, because what's going to get more publicity for Owen than this? Like, these clips are going massively viral, and it's going to push people to want to see what Owen's saying, and that's going to promote Owen's new thing. So if they plan, I mean, I don't know if they could have planned it better. That's why I kind of have a sneaky suspicion. Because you guys got to remember, a lot of this shit is entertainment. Like, yeah, it's news, it's politics, but, you know, Alex is playing a bit of a character. Not entirely, like, that is a lot of who Alex is. Like Rex says, he's even crazier at dinner. You should see him at dinner. He's even wilder. But yeah, you know, everything's played up, man. It's a little bit of a WWE. No, I don't want to make John mod just one, because John doesn't need that responsibility. It's too much. It's not that deep, Chase Cartwright? Yeah, I don't think it's that deep. I think it's just petty office drama where they both fucking hate each other, and it's just boiled over for a long time to where it's gotten this ugly. Pink Trip, you've been in the HQ. I have. What's your take? In the headquarters? You're talking about where Alex? Yeah, I've been in InfoWars. I've interviewed Alex twice there. The first time I interviewed him, the staff wasn't there. It was kind of when they were not doing a show, and we did our own camera setup, and it went really well the first one because we got really to control how we shot it, which I think made it a lot easier to edit. But his crew wasn't there. The second time I interviewed him, Alex wasn't really happy with the way we did it the first time. It didn't seem like he was. So the second time he wanted to do it in his studio with his equipment, with his crew there. And I remember just at the beginning, he's the usual crash out with the staff. You know, Alex crashes out a lot with his staff. Like, they don't pull up the right graphic, or like, you know, he's very picky. So I remember we had a setup because we had you know, the big monitors behind us. I put my logo for my podcast and all that there. And I remember it took like 30 minutes before Alex was happy with all that. He kept, you know, he was also not feeling that well in his defense. He was having a bad day. He was under the weather. But that's the kind of shit I've seen. You know, I don't have to be there in person to see that. I've seen that watching a show. I've made edits of it where he crashes out at his staff. But yeah, that's what it's like when you work for somebody at a level of Alex. You know, they're going to require a lot from you, and they're not going to accept anything mediocre. And let's be real, I don't know about his staff. A lot of the guys I met are great, but I've had to be in charge of people before, and it's not easy. A lot of people like to see what they can get away with. They like to half-ass the work. You know, you tell people, make sure you do this, and then they don't do it, and then you're like, what the fuck? I literally told you to make sure you do this. And that's what happens a lot of time with Alex. It's like, I told you to have this report ready. I told you to have this graphic ready. I told you to have this clip ready. But yeah, it's not easy to work for Alex. But I've never been there and saw him interact with like Harrison Smith or Owen Shroyer. I've never seen him interact with any of those guys. You know, when I was there, I think the only people I met was Rex. I think Rex was there for one of the episodes. But yeah, it's just you know, it's just office drama taken to the max, because it's all filmed, and you know, the wilder, more dramatic you can make it, the more views you're gonna get. So, but yeah, it really is that. It's just typical office drama. Team Alex, 53%. All right, so it looks like Alex is gonna take it. You guys, last chance to vote on the poll. If you want to come in and support Owen here. It looks like Owen's losing. The just one, Alex is gravely voiced milquetoast fence sitter. Okay, Minecraft me. It's probably why he has such a short fuse with them. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stress too, dude. You gotta remember, Alex has been under a lot of fucking stress and pressure. Like, doing a show, being in the public eye, that's stressful enough, and then all of a sudden you're getting nuked off of everything. You get banned off of everything. And then you get sued for $1 billion fucking dollars. So Alex is pretty stressed out as well. So you got to give a little break to Alex as well. But yeah, again, I like both of them, so I'm not going to be forced to take a side here and be like, fuck this guy or fuck that guy. I called it as I saw it, you know. I criticized both of them. I criticized some of the way Owen handled it, and I criticized some of the way Alex handled it. But yeah, I support both of them, and I hope they both have a ton of success. But it doesn't look like they're going to be making up anytime soon. Let's check in on the ladies, guys. Shall we do that? Shall we check in on the women's of America? I like doing this. We're going to make this a new segment where we check in on the women's.
It's funny! I hate you! Bro, you're a weird too. Like, it's not funny.
The problem is everybody thinks everything's fake now. It's like, this is fake. This is fake.
Dude, no, you are rushing me to the point of when I really got sick. You do good because of you. I hate you. You're a loser. You're a loser!
She seems like a sweet lady. She seems like a sweetheart. Look, man, I've been lucky to not date a woman this crazy, but I've had friends of mine date women that were this crazy, where they would just go fucking nuts and start screaming at the top of their lungs out of nowhere. It's terrifying, dude. It is fucking terrifying when women behave this way. 'Cause what do? They're bringing out like murderous fucking violent energy, and you can't meet that energy. Women. Ugh. But yeah, this is her boyfriend. Poor guy. No, Jethro, you cannot fix her. The only thing that can fix her is like some fucking, I don't know, some sort of high-level antipsychotic.
It's funny!
This bitch is crazy, dude. Oh, man. Yeah, so the women are still struggling. Yeah. Obviously, they're not doing too bad when you could be a conjoined twins and somebody's still willing to knock you up. Guys, are you down to, what do you think? Is that, you ready to go hit up? What do you guys, just tell me. Are you willing to go that far? Whoever the guy is that was willing to take this chance, he's a king. He's a king among men. And he's doing his part in keeping the human race going, because we need babies, guys, and that's what we might have to do. Like we might have to go knock up some conjoined twins. Could you imagine that scene? Those twins, one is married, one is not. What does Jesus say about that one? Oh, I figured if you knocked up one, like the other one came with it. It was like a package deal. I imagine this one is on the left is the one he likes. The poor one on the right. I mean, yeah, the one on the right's not getting the attention. You know, poor thing. But yeah, could you handle that, guys? Is that something you could do? I mean, it could be kind of like a menage a trois, right? You know, might be something to brag about. Two heads screaming. This one just looks away. You just gotta like put something over her head. You gotta put a bag over her head. Pretend she's not there. Guys, I can't believe this is. Honestly, women are doing great. If even these ladies can find a dude willing to knock them up, women are doing fine. They're gonna be okay. They're gonna be okay. I mean, yeah, they don't look happy either. They don't look happy. I hope the baby's fine. Oh man, it's just crazy, the idea of, like, imagine if you were born like that and you just have this other head right next to your head all the time, and you don't even have complete control over your body. Does like this head control this arm and this head controls this arm? Or is it one of these things where like she controls the whole body and she's just kind of there? She doesn't look happy. She looks like she's getting the worst part of the deal, unfortunately. Well, congratulations. I'm happy for you, ladies. I'm happy for you. Oh, dude. Alex, I have to play this one. We'll wrap it up after this one, but Alex went off. I kind of don't like Phil. I'm going to be honest. Phil from Timcast IRL. He seems pretty useless to me. Like, he adds nothing to the show. I saw, it was, which show is it? The one with Mary. Pop Culture Crisis. And he's like the third chair on that show. And he just sits there and offers nothing the whole show. And I'm like, what's the purpose of Phil being here? You offer nothing, Phil. But yeah, him and Alex almost came to blows. I think they're going to really fight.
He had connection to powerful, like wealthy people. Now, whether or not that was
former Prime Minister of Israel.
Don't we
that?
have super chats?
Including the former Prime Minister
Was
of
his
Israel.
best friend was at his house all the time.
I swear.
So who's hanging out with the Prime Minister? Who's hanging out with the Prime Minister of the country? So you're not just Joe Blow.
take it down.
No, I just get so mad because you guys are just so thick. It's like
Just because we don't agree with you, chill out.
Phil, you're such a bitch. That's what Alex does. It's part of his character. Stop being a little bitch. Like Phil's over there getting triggered by an act. Like I get it. Alex might be really a little bit mad, but that's what Alex does. He plays that fucking character, dude.
Jeffrey Epstein didn't work for Mossad.
Oh, come on.
You think anybody
This was honestly the best Timcast episode in a long time.
who works for Mossad is going to
Ghislaine
wear a
Maxwell?
shirt
Do you
that
know who
says, I
Ghislaine-
work for Mossad?
Do you know who Ghislaine
You really
Maxwell
think the
is?
Mossad is that thick?
Because you're so smart. Do you know who Ghislaine Maxwell is? Do you know who Ghislaine Maxwell's father is?
What?
Robert
Yeah.
Maxwell. You know when Robert Maxwell died, you
Yeah.
know what kind of funeral they gave him? They gave him the
Tell me
same
more
sort
from the
of funeral
Groypers. Tell
that
me
you
more
would
from
give it-
Candace Owens. Please, please, please.
It's not
Tell
from
me
Candace
more.
Owens.
Tell me more. Tell me
See,
more.
this is why this abroad is so stupid, because this is just open. This is just open information. No, it's not.
Spocko super chatted $1.99. The Thing with Two Heads female reboot.
Dude, that would be a movie I would be fucking interested in. Like a biopic of those two chicks and like the dude who bangs them up. I don't think it's going to go well. They're probably going to get a divorce. I don't know. I want to see the dude. Who knocked those chicks up. I'm very curious to what he looks like. I'm very curious. By the way, guys, what did we get? Did we cross the 100 likes? Yeah, we did. 156. Wow. If you haven't hit the like, smash it up. Thank you guys. I appreciate the support.
It's not from Candace. No, it's not from Candace, because when Robert Maxwell died, he was never in the Israeli military, but he got
we go
the
back
same.
to when you were talking about the
shut
map?
up.
'Cause
Shut
that
up.
was
Let me
really
finish
funny.
talking. Of course, she's going to use her Jewish magic to try to cancel me. Listen, no. Let me finish what I'm
That's
saying.
out of control.
Ghislaine Maxwell's dad, Robert Maxwell, when he died, and he fell off a boat in a very weird way. So when he died, he got an official Israeli IDF hero's funeral. The funeral that only a certain person that even lost their life in the line of battle.
Esmeralda Farmer Galbraith, was she involved at all with the government?
No, listen,
Do
do
we
not
know
try to
anything
derail
about
me
her?
from this. I'm trying to talk about serious stuff.
Because
She
nobody
says- you say no,
cares.
because I have idiots like you that say, oh, there's no connection to Jeffrey Epstein and Mossad.
look
When
at
you
how
look at
emotional.
Dude, that Ehud Barak or whatever the fuck that dude's name is, like they all those emails came out. There's definitely something there. It's definitely worth asking questions. Yeah, this chick is really annoying. To be
Sure
honest.
you are, Alex.
Shut your mouth for 2 seconds. You just shut up. This is the thing. Yeah, because I get mad because she's lying. Let me tell you something. Jeffrey
Yeah, but
Epstein
you lie all the time,
worked
and I don't
with
get
Ghislaine
mad.
Maxwell. Listen, Jeff, this is not a lie. Jeffrey
Because I have
Epstein
the
worked
courage
with,
in my
let me
conviction.
Oh, shut the fuck up, dude. I don't blame him for getting pissed. Like she just keeps interrupting him, not letting him talk. That's such a fucking annoying move.
finish my point.
So I can be calm.
Ghislaine Maxwell, her father worked for Israel. She is now currently in prison for sex trafficking children. Her connection to her father is directly connected to Mossad. Now, people like you are going to lie and say that there's no
You know what
connection.
that means?
But when you look at Jeffrey Epstein, and you can look this up, when they did a search of his house, they found that he didn't just have an American passport, he also had an Israeli passport. So if you really do not think that he was not connected with our intelligence agencies and the intelligence agencies of the woman that he was working with to sexually traffic kids whose father has so much evidence that he was part of Israelis Mossad agency, you're the liar. You're the one that's not connecting the dots when it's so obvious. So I get frustrated when you just sit there and lie and say
Well, I
there's
think
no
the fact
connection
that you're
to
so
Mossad.
sure. I said he didn't work for Mossad.
You don't know that. You have
Okay,
no
but
idea.
You don't know that he does.
Well, there's a lot of dots that are connected, and I know that there's classified.
But it's a legitimate fucking question, though. There's no doubt about it. You can say, well, you don't know for sure. Well, I mean, there's a lot of fucking things that would point to that. Yeah, do we know 100%? No, what do we ever know 100% of? Nothing. But, dude, that email leak that came out with the what was it, fucking Prime Minister of Israel, Ehud Barak, whatever the fuck his name is, like, that's pretty damning. That, I mean, it shows a fucking connection there with Epstein and like high level Israeli fucking politicians. So Yeah. I think it's definitely worth asking the question. And I think he probably worked for more than just Israel. I think he worked for like every intelligence agency. The Five Eyes.
Levels of information.
Yes, but there's also but he's also been connected to other intelligence agencies,
Yeah,
not
the
just
CIA.
Mossad. And also, he was he was part of the political class. He was the elites, and there's a whole political class in Israel, just like a deep state, just like in America. And those people were all hobnobbing around. And the only
It's so annoying when two people are trying. Like, just come on.
person that he had a connection to in Israel was Ehud Barak.
That's his only connection? Ghislaine Maxwell's dad is Robert Maxwell. How stupid are you?
I'm
do you not
talking
realize
about
who Robert
Jeffrey
Maxwell is?
Epstein.
And do you not know Jeffrey Epstein's connected to Ghislaine Maxwell? Are you too stupid to put that together?
Okay.
No, I just don't know how stupid you are because you don't think that Ghislaine Maxwell and Jeffrey Epstein
This is
work
what
together?
I think. This is what I think. I think you should.
Dude, Alex really doesn't like her, bro. I don't think I've seen Alex go this hard. I think you need to make Alex the new co-host of Timcast IRL. I think you need to get rid of Phil. God bless you, Phil. Alex is so much more entertaining. We need to make Alex the new fucking co-host. Come fight me, Phil, if you don't like it. But you're boring, dude. You're fucking boring.
Should have Park McDougald on from Tablet Magazine, and I think you
Sounds
should
like a
litigate
retard. I don't need Tablet Magazine to realize that Ghislaine Maxwell and Jeffrey Epstein work together. You don't want to admit that because it connects all the dots and it makes Israel look bad. And then you look at people like Tom Alexandrovich, a pedophile.
No. How can I help?
No, you can't mediate because I'm sick of liars. I'm just sick of liars. Like you're the type of person when Tom Alexandrovich. No, real quick, Jamie.
Oh, he's getting teamed up on by the bitches. Oh, I've been there. It's no fun.
Hey, guys, let's.
Hey, you're one of those bitches. 4 bitches teaming up on him.
Just bring it down.
No, don't bring it down. Bring it up. I've heard that before this show, Alex ate meat for the first time in like 10 years. This is what happens when Alex eats meat.
Bring it down.
That Jeffrey Epstein didn't work for Mossad. I'm lying.
Yeah, because you're not connecting the dots. You're trying to. It's like Tom Alexandrovich. Why did Benjamin Netanyahu lie? Tom
Alex, the fact
Alexandrovich
that you're so sure about this and it makes you so angry.
Yeah, because I don't want powerful people molesting kids on
your
airplanes.
character.
Yeah,
it says so much more about your character than anything related.
I'm not a shill. I'm willing to call balls and strikes.
Bring the temperature down here a little bit.
No, I want to raise the temperature up because we're not pussies.
No, because it's 9:30 and it's a Friday, man. I do.
Hey, no, we're not allowed to talk like this. It's 9:30. It's Friday. We're supposed to all be calm. Dude, what the fuck? This is the most entertaining Timcast IRL's been in weeks, dude. And you're trying to stop it? Dude, just shut the fuck up and let us be entertained and have some fucking entertainment on this show that's been pretty boring lately.
Give a damn.
I'm passionate about this, and I don't want these people out here protecting Jeffrey Epstein. I think it's a big deal.
She's not protecting Jeffrey Epstein.
He didn't have any connection with Mossad. If he didn't have a connection with an intelligence agency,
for Mossad.
Obviously, okay. Do you think Phil?
I think he probably had a lot of connections with, but in terms
Jeffrey
of who he was close to, the only person he was close to was
or the CIA.
If I understand correctly, he did not have a connection to Mossad or CIA. He had connection to powerful, like wealthy people. Now, whether
Man, I have to disagree. Look, because of people like you that people don't have like these heated confrontations anymore. He's saying Alex is having an absolute emotional meltdown. It's pathetic. It's getting heated. It's fucking entertaining. Every time someone gets heated and emotional about a topic, everybody's like, he's melting down. It's like, well, fuck, I'd rather see this than a bunch of boring ass fucking people trying to come across cool and collected the whole time. Give me some passion. Give me some crash outs. I like it. I want to see more passion. There's not enough passion in society today. Everybody's fucking SSRI'd out their fucking minds. There's no passion anymore.
Including the former Prime Minister of Israel.
Don't we have super chats?
Including the former Prime Minister.
Yeah, that's what we want. Let's go to super chats. That's going to be way more entertaining than this.
His best friend was at his house all the time.
I swear.
Who's hanging out with the Prime Minister? Who's hanging out with the Prime Minister of the country? So you're not just Joe Blow.
Take it down.
This is Alex, dude. I'm telling you, he's fucking. I've seen Alex do this 1,000,000 times. This is a bit of a bit with Alex. I think he knows the show sucks and he's trying to make it fun for people.
No, I just think get so mad because you guys are it's just so thick. It's like
just because we don't agree with you, chill out.
It's not that you don't have to agree with me. It's that she's saying that he's hanging out with the prime minister, and you're looking at me like I'm crazy because I think that he might work for the government if he's hanging out with the prime minister. You're the one gaslighting me. I'm not the crazy.
I'm not gaslighting anyone.
Can't see the.
Phil's such a triggered little bitch, dude. Dude, the estrogen must be high with this one, dude. Phil, I mean, Jesus Christ, you're boring as fuck. Let the one entertaining person on the panel go, okay?
Of course, for the big tree in front of your face.
No, again, this is not gaslighting. This is straight up saying, okay, we don't see things the same way you do. Generally, disagreement around this table is something that we take in stride. This is a very normal thing for people to disagree, okay? We do not need to go ahead and start screaming at each other like that.
I wish Tim was here, dude.
It gets certain people emotional.
I just get emotional because you can't defend it. Like, can you defend how Benjamin Netanyahu just lied and said when Tom Alexandrovich just got arrested for doing a pedophile sting in Las Vegas that he wasn't actually arrested? Do you think that's cool that he lied about that, protecting another pedophile?
I think the fact that you tie pedophiles to Israel and not...
Oh, her voice is so fucking annoying, dude. I think the fact that fucking shut up.
A country.
I didn't do that. The pedophile that works for the cybersecurity division, he's the one that did it. I'm not the one that diddled the kid. He diddled the kid. He happens to work directly for Benjamin Netanyahu. And do you think that's cool that Benjamin Netanyahu lied and said he wasn't arrested?
I think if Netanyahu lied about some pedophile, then I think that he should be accountable for that lie. But without looking into some sort of accusation that you're leveling at Bibi Netanyahu, who I'm not even a fan of. Like, I can't stand Bibi Netanyahu.
Why are you not a fan of him?
And yet, well, not for the reasons you aren't.
What do you don't even know the reasons I don't like him? I don't like him because he bombs hospitals with rescue workers who are trying to give aid.
Yeah.
No, you don't like him because you're anti-Semitic, Alex. That's why. You're not allowed to not like Netanyahu. She's Israeli. She's Jewish. She's allowed to not like Netanyahu. You, on the other hand, actually... His last name is Stein, so maybe he is allowed. He doesn't claim his Jewish heritage, though, because I think it's on the father's side or something. It's got to be on the mother's side, you know? But with the last name Stein, yeah, you're Jewish, dude. There's no way around that.
I don't like that.
Yeah, I mean, look at what...
He's just got to accept the fact and start saying he's Jewish. That way you could actually criticize Israel, and then when people say you're an anti-Semite, you just be like, I'm Jewish! That's the move, Alex. Just go with it, dude.
When it comes to Netanyahu, like, I know the way that, like, the media frames Netanyahu because I've been privy to the way that they framed Trump. And Netanyahu is the same type of figure internationally like Trump was. And so I find myself having to defend this guy that I don't even like because I know that certain things that people are saying about him is not true. But when it comes to the recent thing that just happened with the pedophile, I haven't actually cared enough to look into that, Alex.
Well,
so I don't have an answer for you. And
Ben Stevens super chatted $4.99. Why is the American flag smaller than Israel flag on her laptop?
That's a good point. But technically there's 2 American flags and only 1 Israeli flag. So why is there only 1 Israeli flag? Yeah, I don't know, dude. Maybe the stickers, you know, she just used what stickers she could, or, you know, maybe she's Israeli first. It's very possible. And the Israeli flag is in the middle and everything surrounds. So it's like the Israeli flag is the sun and everything orbits around the sun. I mean, there's a lot of Israel first types out there right now. So wouldn't surprise me if she was one of those.
If you're telling me that
you don't care about
he lied about that,
kids.
No, because I'm busy and I just happen to not have like checked the news that day. But if it happens that you're right about that, then
look it up.
I can't. Her voice is like, oh.
Because you get so emotional about that topic, I wouldn't trust you. With other stuff, I would. But because this seems to be the thing.
You're defending Jeffrey Epstein, saying that he doesn't have any connection.
I don't think anybody thinks that I'm defending Jeffrey Epstein.
Well, the idea that there is no room for disagreement, like, that is something that we don't do.
No,
like,
we can disagree. We can disagree 100%. I'm just saying I'm allowed to get a little emotional about it because I feel like I'm getting gaslit.
It's fair if you... We have registered your emotion. I hear you. I'm so sorry you're feeling so emotional about this.
Hey, I wear my heart on my sleeve.
I know.
What do you want to say, Jamie? Where do you think Israel fits in all this?
Oh, I don't. That's not my cup of tea.
So you can't have an opinion on it?
I just wonder, like, why...
God, man, could they have gotten a worse panel to surround Alex with? Poor guy, dude. Trying to make a fucking entertaining show with these fucking losers. These boring ass motherfuckers. Dude, this, come on, this is terrible.
We're not so emotional about like Sudan or Yemen or something. Where
why the fuck do I give a shit about Sudan and Yemen? I mean, I don't see them bombing hospitals on.
No, what are you talking about? There's literally there's 87,000 children that are like being starved right now.
I guess the Palestine, they just are doing such a good marketing campaign that I just can't even pay attention to Sudan because my Telegram
feed. That's the truest thing that you've said this entire time about Israel. Yeah, I think that's what it is because there's just not consistency there.
Well, when you look at our politicians, and 88% of the politicians that are currently in office are all being funded by AIPAC, I think that you could see that it's a little bigger of a threat, AIPAC, than...
It's funny that you talk about AIPAC, but you don't talk about the ones being funded by the Qatar Foundation, and you don't talk about the ones being funded, and you don't talk about the ones being funded by NIAC.
Retarded if you would think that the Qatar has more influence than Israel. I think that you would be slow in the brain.
I don't think you... okay. I think that actually...
So how many Jewish
actually, if you look at the all you have to do is research it, and all you have to do is go one block.
They funded some colleges, so now that they own.
No, you can't go a block in D.C. That's not tainted with Qatari money. You know, Qatari bought the congressional baseball game.
Okay, they donated to a baseball game, but
they didn't donate. They literally.
Why don't we just stop it like across the board? No foreign funding from any fucking country. It doesn't matter what country it is. Israel, Qatar. No funding for any wars, no providing of bombs or weapons. How about just across the board, everybody the same, equal treatment? But one side, you know, Israel is like the most supported country. Like, I don't think that you can pick a country and go, which is the country that America seems to support the most? And Israel is clearly it. It's clearly the most supported fucking country that our politicians support and our government supports. But we should stop all of it. We should stop funding any country, any war, Ukraine. We should stop giving them money. We should stop giving Israel any money. And definitely get all foreign money out of our political system. Across the board with every country.
They have been playing the long game. Qatar is the richest country in the world.
Who has more influence on American politics, Israel or Qatar?
At this point in time, 100% Qatar.
You are
before Obama,
so
Israel.
Stupid. You are literally stupid.
If you just don't. It's so sad because you're giving
Libby, you think Qatar has more influence on American politics?
You just have no idea.
Libby, don't jump in for a minute.
Oh, Libby. I think she's just there because she helps get news. Because I saw Alex do like a pre-show before this show where he was like filming them coming together. Because Libby doesn't add much entertainment value, but during the pre-show, she's like pulling up every news item to react to. Like, she brings her A game like in the prep for the show. But yeah, God, I don't know. I just feel like they had a bad panel for Alex here.
Let me say something.
You probably have never even heard of the Qatar Foundation.
I mean, Alex is what's making this watchable. Be honest, if Alex wasn't here, this would be unfucking watchable.
I don't think you're making a very good argument. You're insulting.
You just don't know, Alex.
You're turning around
because people are so obsessed with AIPAC that's all you hear. Do you even know about NORPAC?
Listen, when you look at the influence that AIPAC has,
let's talk about it.
You can try to
try
to distract me from that influence.
Let's talk about AIPAC. Let's look at. They don't even meet. They don't even meet the top 50
in Israel. So
in terms of.
I mean, to me, it's really simple. Like, the answer to that is no. We should not have AIPAC, North Pac, shit pack, fuck pack. No fucking packs. No foreign money from any fucking country across the board, and that includes Israel. Okay, you agree with that, Israel lady? That America should not be fucking. Our politicians should not be being funded by any foreign influence, any outside influence whatsoever. It's a real simple thing that everybody should be able to agree on.
Spending? Yes, they spend more money than AIPAC. Yes.
Who's more powerful, Israel or Qatar?
In politics?
Yes.
Right now, Qatar.
Oh my! You think Qatar is more powerful?
Yes, and anybody who really studies this would know that. The only reason that you don't is because you haven't looked into it because everybody talks about AIPAC.
Let's go to
Super Chats. That's going to be so much more entertaining than this.
What are
you're going to have to agree to disagree.
Super chats. People send messages in.
I'm happy to hear from the viewers.
Well, that's fair, but normally at 9:40 on the last 20 minutes we do super chats. So let's go to super chats.
Thanks for checking out.
Yeah, the best Timcast episode. I think Tim's finally back doing the show. He needs to have dude. If you're ever out, Tim, Alex needs to be your dude. Everybody else you had fill in, not very good. Phil sucks. He's the most boring fucking waste of time host there is. Nothing against Phil. He seems like a good guy, but you're boring as fuck, Phil. Okay? Bring some energy. Fight more. Yeah, we need more Alex hosting the show, man. But yeah, let's see what else we got. Is there anything else here? Oh yeah, this is people were saying that Raja Jackson got arrested. I cannot find anything about Raja Jackson getting arrested. But Rampage Jackson, he did reply, and he's not handling this very well. And it seems like he's trying to make it about him, you know? Poor Rampage. Oh, it's so tough for Rampage. This has gone too far. I'm sick of being quiet and letting all the low IQ people fall for clickbait. It's not clickbait, dude. Your kid fucking almost murdered somebody. There was no need for clickbait. Your fucking kid provided all the clickbait we needed. Yes, my son took things too far, and I'm pissed at him for being a piece of shit. Okay, so now you're just attacking your son again. One of the biggest reasons his son crashed out the way he did is because he's always fucking getting shit on by his dad, in my opinion. And here you go, taking another opportunity to call your son a piece of shit. Maybe you should get off the internet and spend some time with your son. He fucking needs that. In the way he handled it. But if Psycho Stu wasn't drunk and wouldn't have hit my son over the head with a real beer can, dude, it was an empty beer can. It didn't fucking hurt. Was it a mistake? Yeah, but he apologized. While he was live streaming on his own stream, then Knox wouldn't have felt like they had to make things right by letting Raja get his get back. Yeah, Knox, that organization, like, what a fucking joke. If my son would have just went to the police, yeah, that would have never happened. When the beer can incident happened, the police would have laughed. This is so stupid. Then the whole event could have gotten shut down and he could have sued. But no, my son is not as smart as I'd like for him to be. Dude, why are you still attacking your son, bro? Why are you still attacking your son? Where did this shit lead off? Could have gotten shut down, he could have sued, but no, my son is not smart as I'd like for him to be. Now my family and I are getting racist threats. He always falls back to that. Everybody's being racist to him. That must be a nice little fallback every time shit sucks to you. You just be like, oh, but there's racists out there. Because of all the misinformation, and not misinformation, he fucking almost murdered the dude. Being posted so content creators can get paid. Well, that's true. They want to get paid. And you became news. People actually think my son just snuck in a ring in front of a live audience and picked Psycho Stu up without permission to be there. Nobody thinks that, dude. Most people know that it was a planned spot. That he just went overboard and just almost murdered the guy out of nowhere. But yeah, everybody knows it was a planned spot. Get smart, people. It was staged. No shit, dude. But Raja took it too far. He only shook his hand and accepted Psycho Stu's drunken apology because they said he could get in the storyline. He was told he could fuck him up. That's true, though. That Rikishi dude who looks like Rikishi, I think is related to Rikishi, said that. They fucked up big time, dude. They fucked up big time. They should have never went through with this storyline. It was like right away you could tell it was going to be a disaster. I have witnesses that says this isn't the first time that Psycho Stu had done some drunk shit backstage to a fan. This is what wrestlers do. If you're going to go hang out backstage with wrestlers, you better sign a fucking waiver because they're crazy. Wrestlers are not like fantastic, outstanding citizens. They're crazy people. They're carnies. And they drink and fuck people up on a regular basis. Now we have the backstory that my son attacked an innocent military vet with PTSD, like my son knew everything about the man that came up from behind him and hit him, then asked him to sell it. I have other kids to protect, and I don't take kindly to the threats. I'm not scared of prison or dying for my kids. And calling me names won't hurt my feelings. Dude, it clearly is hurting your feelings. It clearly fucking is. My son should face the consequences for going too far. He knows better. That's why he didn't tell me anything about the storyline. But Psycho Stu is lucky I wasn't there when he hit my son over the head with a beer can. The day after he got a concussion from sparring the day before. I wouldn't have cared if a bunch of pro wrestlers would have jumped me. I'm father first. Dude, how crazy would that have been if Rampage would have been there? It would have turned into a huge brawl. I mean, yeah, you don't want to fuck with Rampage. So yeah, Rampage is still not handling this properly. And no, Raja's not arrested yet from everything I can see. Yeah, we'll save some of this other stuff for later because we're already, what are we at? Almost 3 hours. Thank you guys. Hope you enjoyed the show. It's been a fun one. Once again, best of luck to Alex and Owen. They're going to be all right. Hopefully, things work out for both of them. I'm going to ride the fence on this one because I like both of them. I mean, I don't know what you guys want me to do. You know, they can have their little office spat, their little office drama. That doesn't mean I have to all of a sudden pick a side and be like, oh, you have to either be Team Alex or Team Owen. No, you could still like both of them, and that's where I'm at. I still like both of them. But thank you guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Hopefully I'll be here again for another wonderful show tomorrow around 9 o'clock. Thank you everybody for the support. Everybody that hit the thumbs up. We got to 181. That's pretty cool. I think we had like 400 or 500 concurrent viewers at one point. That's pretty cool. Thank you guys. And remember, 9 o'clock tomorrow, weekdays, sometimes on the weekends as well. Hit the bell notification if you want to make sure to get it. Otherwise, 9 o'clock I'll be here. You can also join my Discord. The description has a link for the Discord to where you can hang out and chat with the community and also get notifications. You can also follow me on Twitter at x.com/pinktrip if you want to get notified when I go live. Appreciate you guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a wonderful night, everybody. Take care.
Please subscribe and hit the like and ring that bell if you want notified. Here's some other videos to watch that you might like or you might not. Have a great day, my internet friend. I hope I'll see you once again. Please subscribe and hit the like and ring that bell if you want notified. Have a great day, my internet friend. I hope I'll see you once again. Please subscribe and hit the like and ring that bell if you want notification.